is exactly... Oh, there's 5 people here. What's up, everyone? Can we get a mic check? Make sure the microphone's working, sound levels are good. Mic check, anyone? Hey, it's Sozo. What's up, buddy? Can you hear us? Nice, okay. Everything is sounding good, looking good. Welcome. Ooh, we got 10 people rolling in. What's going on, everyone? 15. Got all the people rolling in. Oh man, Purple Yeti. He is alive. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Sozo is still a mod.
Yep.
Hello. Welcome. 20 people rolling in. Hello from Reno. What's up? I'm sure it's just as hot as in Texas. Probably a little hotter. I think the sun's starting to go down a little bit. I told you it would be around more often. Yeah, you know.
We haven't been around.
Yeah, we haven't been around. I like that it shows the avatar too. That's a cool avatar.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the sound check. Awesome. Glad it's working. Let's see. Respond on yours. I'll go ahead and make you a moderator as well.
The cue at the end. Oops.
So what's everyone up to today on this glorious Sunday? I think that's...
No. Still not. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
No. Isn't it also a YouTube thing?
Yeah. Watching football. That's right. There is sports ball. Is it off season or?
Is it in the beginning of? Is this preseason? I don't know.
Heading from VA to Florida, just stopped for the day. We're at in Virginia.
From Virginia to Florida.
Yeah.
Anywhere in between.
Evening, guys. Riding out the thunderstorms in Florida. Oh.
Yeah. See,
yeah,
preseason.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. See, I know a little tiny bit
no,
about.
I said preseason.
I know a tiny bit about sports ball, not much. Thunderstorms in Florida? That's shocking. Ashland. Okay. That's a decent drive if there's not a ton of traffic. I guess from Ashland.
You're just going down 95?
Yeah, that'd be 95. Yeah, that's definitely a drive that you want to do when there's not a ton of traffic. That's a miserable road to be on during rush hour. That's what that does.
What?
You can
save it.
Comments.
Okay.
South Carolina was horrible with traffic. Yeah, definitely. I hate being on 95 because every truck stop that you stop at has a ton of like tour buses or just like families with tons of kids running around. Like you can't even move in the store. There's so many people.
It's not just summer in general.
It's summer on main interstates, I guess. Like 95.
Touristy areas.
40 and...
That's why, what's it? Little America.
Yeah, that's my least favorite truck stop to go to during the summer is Little America. It's just... It's just not good.
Hey, look, Ross is still a mod.
Man, I messaged that dude and he didn't even respond.
I'm just saying.
And then he shows up
Still not a mod.
in here.
At least Ross is a mod. Whatever. Says it's on it.
The Rugrats will be back in school. Yeah, absolutely. But before then, they oh, did he respond? Let me grab my phone. Let's check that. Fact check. Ooh. Yeah, but right before they go back to school, they're all taking vacation.
Hendo one.
Hendo. Yeah, so we have a business account through AT&T, and they set up the line as a telephone, and then they switched over a hotspot to it. So we have the unlimited data on the hotspot. I don't know if it's legit, but it's been working for a year and some change. So I don't know. It's been doing good for us. Let's see what Ross says. He said he'll watch. He's got to go do some work for once. I don't believe that, actually, that Ross is
Who works on the weekends?
out doing some work. That controller holder. Yeah. Like they're made to go under a desk. So they you like slide the controller like under the desk and it holds it by the joysticks, but if you put it up there, it holds them pretty well. And then we have the power strip up here, so I run the charger right to it and always have a charge.
Wonder if Verizon has that.
No, Verizon will charge you for every single megabyte that you have ever used in your entire life.
Take that one as the still Verizon expert.
Yeah, I worked there for 9 years. We had them when we first started trucking, but we switched over to AT&T. The internet at truck stop is a lot better than when we had Verizon. So Ross sees the shirts, but I don't recall seeing a Johnson's Logic shirt order.
It's true.
Okay.
What?
He says he wears a large. We got to check the.
FYI, sir.
Got to check the.
Do you need a link?
Got to check the inventory, man. I don't know if we have one. PlayStation or Xbox fans? Kind of both. Right now, managed to snag a PS5, so that is what we are running currently. Don't roast my company like that. Hey, man, I was there. Okay, I was there for the long haul. I used to fix phones and then I used to sell them. So. And the comments are coming in so fast. Oh, Peyton.
Large.
What's up, buddy?
There's 2 left. Ross.
There's 2 left.
And we'll be restocking in like a week, so.
Did you ever get your CDL, Peyton? I know you were.
We're just dive right into there.
I mean, I haven't seen him in a while. He hasn't been on a live in forever.
We haven't done a live.
I know. Had AT&T, it was trash. Yeah, so like the service used to be really trash. Like when I worked at Verizon, AT&T service was really trash. But now all of the carriers are pretty much equal now that there's like 5G and there's like high and low band and stuff like that. So there really isn't much of a difference in the call like reception, and all the big cities have 5G for all the carriers. It was just at truck stops we had no bandwidth. Like we could have full service and it would just be so sluggish on like streaming or just watching YouTube or anything if there was a ton of people in the truck stop. So we had to switch and it's been a lot better. Oh, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. What's up, Rich? He said, "Take one out of the inventory. That's mine."
Go on there and buy it. It will automatically get taken out of the inventory.
Does your PlayStation run on a standard inverter? Ours is a pure sine inverter. Yeah, I'm not sure if it really makes a huge difference or not. I think most of them are pretty capable of running it. I don't know, to be honest. We've only really had pure sine inverters in all the trucks that we've had. Yeah, Ross says his runs on a standard inverter. So, wait, Ross, you saw the one that Prime installed? Because that one's a pure sine, I believe. What will you do after trucking? I don't know. Something related to cars, maybe powder coating, rebuilding cars. I don't know. Something with cars. Ice wall oak. Which one are you choosing? Ice wall or oak?
What?
Have you ever thought of having an older truck, W900 Freightliner Classic 389? Yeah, I mean the idea enters my head, but then when you hit like $6 a gallon for fuel, like that idea goes straight out of the thought process. It just, I don't know, man. We have tons of room in this truck. It does everything we need. It gets good fuel economy. I mean, a hood truck would be cool, but it's just, to me, we don't really have a need that would warrant a hood truck, or like, a 600 horsepower motor, like 18 speed. We have no need for it. So we would be basically just like losing money to have a cool truck, in my opinion.
Can order shirts from the bathroom.
Yes, I did get my CDL. Nice. Oh, okay. So you're going to be fresh 21 and go use that CDL. Okay.
What is it with the being
What's
under
up, Miguel?
21?
Yeah, you can do
Is
intrastate, but not
Yeah,
interstate.
yeah. Okay.
So if you got like a local job, you can do that with the CDL, but you can't go across lines. What's up, Miguel? How's it going? Lunch was good. What did we have? We had the pasta.
Yeah.
It was like a carbonara type pasta. It was good. She cooked it all on the little skillet and stuff. Yeah, it's 800, and it's not. But then again, they take all the labels off, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Prime only put pure sine stuff in their trucks, especially. I think they started around the time when the first Volvos hit.
I remember us looking it up for the Xbox.
Yeah.
No. Xbox?
I mean, to be honest with you, I've never really looked it up more than like a quick Google search, and then some people were like, it could work, it could not work. I don't know. I just plugged it in and tried. The PS4 worked. The PS5 works. I mean, laptops work, so. Icewall Oakham is a great trucking channel from Texas. Check him out. Okay. Never heard of it. Ross retired early. Yeah, Ross is purely retired. He just said some made up stuff.
I still work. That's why I haven't had any content in the past 3 months.
Sir.
What?
When you were working, you had no content either.
What? What does working have to do with content? Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to speculate on that. I don't want to talk about any super secret spy man work he might be doing. Because maybe he...
Should we get into...
No, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to expose stuff that we're not supposed to. So. But maybe the only thing is, like, if you're working with people that are super restrictive on what you can film, it's not much fun to just sit and talk in your truck for every video.
Yeah, that's very true.
So if he's doing something super secret, or like that they don't want him filming, I understand that limiting your content.
Yeah, but don't give him an excuse, because I'm trying to roast him.
So we hardly ever see him, and then when we do, we're like, aha!
Gabe recommended your channel. Nice. Well, thank you for stopping by. Subscribe if you like it. If not, that's cool too. thanks for dropping in. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Let's see.
Oh.
Let's see if I missed any.
Yeah.
Ross.
Another thing we don't want to get into.
Ross is here. Welcome back, Rose. Always.
Yeah, right. It's like anytime we see him, it's time to roast Ross.
Right. Where are you guys at? We are at a Love's in Texas. Middle of nowhere, Texas. Not, well, I don't know. There's not too many great places.
We're not near Dallas, we're not near Austin, and we're not near Houston. So
right.
Middle of nowhere, Texas.
It is really middle.
Yeah, I don't think we're
of nowhere.
near any large cities at all.
Taking a 2 to 3 month break starting next week. You gonna go back to hauling general freight like the rest of us?
The poors.
The peasants. What's up, Zot?
Somebody asked what our favorite music is.
Where did I?
Cool couple. My wife and I work together at home.
Oh, okay.
So Paul's going, what was your favorite music each?
All right. Cash is King Trucking. Yeah, I have. I used to watch his stuff. He was involved with Trucker Brown quite a bit. I used to watch him around then. I haven't really caught up with the stuff since then, but let's see. My wife and I work together at home. Hope it was all well. What is your favorite music each? You want to go first?
I'm trying to think. So anything but country. First.
You can say pop punk from the early 2000s.
Right, but I mean, I don't know. I listen to a lot of stuff. So.
Yeah. The playlist is has a lot of different style music for both of us, but
my top 3 Pandora stations are Black Bear, T-Pain, Mayday Parade, and Kanye West. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all over the place. Yeah. I mean, I like yeah, pretty much the same. I mean, mine's pretty similar. A Day to Remember, like Falling in Reverse, stuff like that.
The Mayday Parade station encompasses all of those bands, but for whatever reason, when you start with Mayday Parade, you kind of get.
What's your favorite car, mod or non-mod? Well, I don't really have aspirations of like owning a supercar, like Lamborghini, Ferrari, or anything like that. I'd rather have like a not as fast car and make it really fast. So I don't know. I think my favorite car, like obtainable car, is like the GTO pretty much. That's why I bought it a second time. What about you?
I mean,
you want an NSX.
I know, I was going to say.
Let's not even lie.
It's just,
hers is NSX.
Yeah. But
first gen with the pop-ups.
Right, those are getting to the unattainable price level too. So
my favorite car that's like way out of the realm of owning is a Ferrari F40. I don't even know if I can fit. I'm 6'5". I don't fit in a lot of cars, but
so I was trying to think of like a GTO price range car that I would really want. A lot of
anything station wagon she wants.
Station wagon, but I mean, I don't know, the 80s American cars are growing on me more and more.
What is 1975 the Tour? The Tour is pretty much sold out. What is that a band? I don't know.
I feel like some friends of ours went to a concert that might have been.
Zod asked, did Ross quit YouTube? He always quits YouTube. He quits his friends. He quits Discord. He just disappears, and then he'll show up like nothing ever happened. That's him.
Oh.
Going back to music, when are you going to drop the mixtape? I don't know, man. I keep finding these wild beats that I keep adding to the videos. So one of these days, Pontiac Catalina for the win. Yeah, that's a big car.
I guess the 1975 is a band.
Is it?
Yeah.
What kind of music?
Pop.
Okay, cool. I've probably heard their stuff.
English pop rock band. Let's go to songs.
The true question is life, manual or automatic. It really depends on the purpose, man. I'm not one of the like you got to have a manual for everything or it's not good. So like our street car, I'm assuming you're talking about cars, because if you're talking about trucks, automatic all day because I don't want to shift gears all day. But cars, so like a fun street car, I want it to be manual. If it's underpowered, they're more fun if they're manual. Under 600 horsepower, I'd like a manual. For drag racing or a really fast vehicle, I prefer an automatic. I'm assuming this is Ross responding to his roasting. And somebody is beside us trying their hardest to park.
Don't mind if I make videos, but I can't. Right. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, it's the not showing or talking about what you're doing that I understand gets old. Because half of the fun, if you're working and making YouTube videos, is talking about what you're doing. So if you can't talk about what you're doing,
yeah,
what are you
absolutely,
talking about?
Yeah. Man, it's not even the backup alarms. It's anytime there's a Freightliner and you apply like more than 25% brakes, it sounds like a goose. Somebody's stepping on a goose, and you can hear that for the entire truck stop. So that's like their own version of the backup alarm. But yes, backup alarms, you better be good with it.
Yeah.
If you're going to be backing up in a truck stop late at night, you better be good. One shot. That's it. Nobody wants to hear you pull forward and try your back up again all night.
I definitely think the Freightliner goosing the brakes definitely is their backup beeper, though.
Oh,
it's always
absolutely.
Like, we're in danger.
What are your hobbies away from the road, and where do you go on vacation? So our hobbies is definitely working on cars. Like doing a lot of the barbecuing. Like smoking a brisket or things like that. Like we used to do a lot of powder coating for like metals and stuff and polishing. Liz likes to crochet.
I used to draw
and cook. She draws very well. She paints pretty much any artistic medium she can dabble in. So that's what she does a lot. I mean, I play PS5 here and there. I guess that's a hobby. I don't know.
And as far as the where do we go on vacation? So before truck driving, we never went anywhere because we didn't have money to go places. And then there was one short year, 20 or 19, right? Yeah.
We went to
At the
Vegas.
beginning of 2020, we went to Vegas for my birthday. It was great. It was fun. We were traveling, seeing the world, being able to actually go places, and then 2020 quickly shut that down. So now we're just starting to get back into maybe we should go more places than just the house when we go home. Yeah. So we'll take a vacation in November.
Yeah, and
to Florida.
Right now we just go and see friends and family and stuff in southeastern Virginia.
Yeah.
When we come home.
And that alone, just seeing our friends and stuff down there, takes up so much time that we haven't really made the effort to like go to other places, but I'd like to get back into like actually being able to stop and see people.
Manual all day, every day. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to us. I mean, there hasn't been a situation where I'm like, man, I have to have a manual. So
that right there was my sentiment when I was 18. So what that comes down to, it's just like, I don't know. Is that officially me feeling older? Like everything has a purpose. I'd rather have an automatic drag car, and I'd rather have a manual street car.
I think he's talking about trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, until the day that they add some more money onto the Raycon for having a manual, there's really no point for us to have a manual. This truck does everything we need to.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the only people that I see like in the Facebook groups that say, "Oh, well, you got to have it just in case you need it for a job." Like, we don't plan on ever being in a position where we're not driving our own truck. So we're not ever going to be in a position where we have to drive somebody's manual truck, because I don't want to work for somebody like that.
We're not getting into that.
Was that the answer, or was that the like noping away from it? Yeah,
that's the answer.
That's the answer. No.
And the noping away from it.
We're not
2 controllers.
Yeah.
No, Liz doesn't play. I mean, she can.
Yeah, I have my Switch, and I struggle with I don't know. I'll play with it every now and then, but it just doesn't. I can't play with it for too long.
The truck has a warranty. It doesn't matter. Like these like hypothetical situations that people always bring up when they're like so anti-automatic is just ridiculous, because it doesn't matter. Not to mention it's our truck, so what does it matter? We'll get a tow truck. It's not going to break us.
Yeah.
We'll just get a tow truck to the place that's going to fix it. The end. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I don't like people that are so pro manual make it more of a deal. Like I don't care what's in your truck, man. Whatever you want to do, that's cool. I mean, I can shift gears. I don't want to. It's our truck. This is how we want to run.
Me having a conversation with Ross over this live. So yeah, that's the thing, Ross. Every time I go to play with the Switch, I have to charge it.
See, this man knows. Like, look, these controllers don't last that long.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you start playing like 8 hours of Elden Ring, they were gone. Actually, to be honest, when you buy a PlayStation 5 at GameStop, you have to buy a bundle. So the PlayStation came with one controller, and then they give you a second. So I had it, and I do kind of switch them out when one gets low. My Switch has been neglected. I need to charge that thing. Yeah.
Half the time I'm like, oh, gotta charge it.
Yeah, she'll play for like a week or 2 weeks straight, and then I like never see it ever again for like a month.
Well, I got distracted when Trish asked for crochet stuff, and she said that she had grandchildren coming by September. I was like, gotta get on that. So
she's amazing. Who's that? Oh, probably Liz in the art, maybe. I don't know. Context.
Who are you talking about? Who's amazing?
I'm still trying to get Ross to play Elden Ring. Yeah, once you get older, your knees will appreciate it more. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I don't. Like I said, I don't care what other people have in their truck. It really is not an issue to me at all. But everyone like wants to make it an issue or tell me all the things that could go wrong with the automatic that would not happen with the manual.
But not to mention, I already have a bad left knee that already doesn't appreciate driving manuals in a car when I'm home. So yeah, I just don't want to. Like, it popped out of socket. Like, it dislocated so bad that it definitely tore things when I was like 15, and I never went to a doctor or got anything done about it. So it's my own fault, but I have a bad left knee already. So I don't feel like I need that excuse, but there it is.
Yeah, the PS5 controllers have a rechargeable battery built in. So you just need a USB-C cord.
At least Sozo thinks I'm amazing.
I'll agree. All right. 35 people on.
Batteries, USB I feel like I just read that. Oh, the comments are behind on the.
Yeah. There's like a 30-second delay or something like that. So that's why I have rechargeable batteries. Yeah, for sure.
Did we drive everybody away with the manual versus automatic ran.
I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't affect me, man. If you want a manual in your truck, do it. I want an automatic. It's good. It's good for us. If you haven't driven one in the last like 2 or 3 years, give it another shot. You may like it, or you may not.
It's interesting
Either
though
way.
the difference with the Cummins and this one, and the Pete's with the MX-13. I don't remember what the 2 different transmissions that they had, but like it's just interesting driving this one even versus those Peterbilts. So like even from automatic to automatic, Peterbilt to Peterbilt, they're different.
Yeah. Well, you can also take them to the dealership if you wanted the transmission tuned a certain way to like shift at certain points or downshift.
Yeah.
This one, I mean, once the title is in our hand, I mean, we can do whatever we want to it,
Yeah.
but
I just think I like this one way more because I don't put it in manual mode nearly as often.
yeah.
Because I didn't like the way that the Pete at Prime shifted at all. So it was just like constantly just shifting it myself.
Did you know that Ross plays Animal Crossing?
I did not. Nope, had no idea.
Come on, man.
I started a new island like a month ago, and I got like 75% done, and now it's been like 2 weeks. Yeah. I mean, and not having an APU is definitely no fun.
Yeah, I mean,
No fun. No fun for anybody.
if we want to get into like the what if, game, there's a ton of things that could stop a new truck from starting. I think the transmission is the least of our worries, to be honest with you. Especially after our last dealership visit where the fan would not stop being on all the time, and then they wanted to charge us for their they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, and then it started working. So
they stopped looking
for the wiring issue,
yeah.
and then tried to charge us for warranty work. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. There's a Pokemon Go Renaissance. Are y'all where it's raining and storming at? Nope. It's just hot.
My radar, I don't know if it has me in the right location because it popped up earlier saying.
Oh yeah. Well, it's going to.
No, that's still standing.
Oh, womp. Just kidding.
Just kidding. I don't.
I think it's just hot here. I didn't see any clouds, but being in the middle of
95.
nowhere.
So where is it raining? Oh, down by. Is that
Corpus
a mini hurricane?
Christi? Oh wow. Is it?
I mean, it's got that kind of like tropical storm look.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
It's going in a circle.
That's cool. What's the biggest challenge on the road? Finding parking and finding a bathroom.
Hey, look where we're going to be tomorrow. Lots of rain. Yeah, actually by tomorrow it should be good.
You talking about one with the digital dash? Because apparently all you have to do is wiggle wires and then it stops. But it's not a warranty wiggle. So if they wiggle your wires, they're going to try to charge you for wiggling your wires. But no, there's a wiring harness that runs from the fan hub to this like little module that's sitting on top of the motor. If you unplug all the connections and like wiggle all the wires, it'll probably stop. That's pretty much what they did to ours. But
today is the hottest day all week.
Nice. Oh yeah, he's down near Corpus.
Yeah, rain. Yeah.
Have you looked on the radar? There's a storm, and it's got this little circle pattern that's reminiscent of like a tornado or a hurricane. That's not good, sir. He's not a warranty wiggle. Yeah, man, I was dying on the phone when the company that has our maintenance escrow was like, hey, how do you guys want to pay for this shop bill? And I was like, what? The what?
Yeah. He called me because you were out there refilling coolant.
Yeah.
And he called me. I was like, no, we don't want to pay them. Nope.
Yeah. So I was like, dude, all they did was like jiggle some wires, and that's not a warranty wiggle.
But that just goes to show you, no matter where you go,
You're driving through it, you better be loaded.
Or if they charge you or don't, always get a receipt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because we had the receipt, so I sent that to them fast.
Yeah.
No, Which I guess in the end that didn't really do anything for us, but still, he seemed excited that we had a paperwork that said that everything was warranty and we weren't charged anything.
You just have to remember, in the commercial sector, like commercial vehicles, there is no consumer protection like there is on personal vehicles. So there's not a ton of recourse if they want to do something that's not up to par. And you just got to fight for yourself. You got to be an advocate. So I called, I spoke to the shop manager, tried to get a hold of the general manager, and then the general manager didn't want the fight, so they just decided to cover it instead. So let's see. Yeah, it's a tropical storm. Yeah, it'll probably like fade out once it fully hits land. But
I mean, it looks like it's over land now, but I think by tomorrow afternoon it's supposed to be mostly fizzling.
Yeah, man, we remember you. Good thing you're gonna put that CDO to use in like a month and some change.
Where's Panda?
Where did y'all get your Pete? We got it from Transport Enterprise. They're out of Chattanooga.
TEL.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they have any trucks on the lot, but side roads were flooding and cars were stalled. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yikes.
Keep that rolling.
Whew. Where did he go specifically in Texas to be?
Corpus Christi.
No, he went to Corpus Christi.
Yeah, you remember that circle? How it was like highlighting an area?
I know.
That's where he's driving.
Maybe.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, big yikes.
Yeah, tropical weather outlook.
Woo. Tail gang. Just hope your fan doesn't start staying on.
Probability 0, though. So they're saying it's not supposed to.
It's not
form. Like it's not supposed to make it worse.
It's not going to be a hurricane.
Yeah.
They usually don't do much once they hit the land. Yeah. The warm Gulf water.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it's not. I mean, it's. But you can once you see the
clouds, my man
like
from
moving in a circle.
My man from Florida is like, this is nothing.
I mean,
you guys,
it literally is nothing.
Right. But it could be a Cat 3 hurricane, and those guys are like restocking beer and like sitting on their front porch until their house flies away, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's a hurricane coming.
I mean, I've been in Florida during like in August before.
Hey man, you buy a shirt and I won't say gang ever again.
Oh,
Ross, get out of here. At least it's not a hurricane. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a bunch of Florida men's. We do that for tornadoes. Yeah, let's not even talk about that area, sir.
I think so. Well, I guess it depends, because I wouldn't take a Cat 5 hurricane over a tornado, but I will take everything up to a Cat 5 over a tornado. I don't like them at all.
We both lived on the coast of Virginia, so we've been through plenty of hurricanes.
And I guess it just really depends on what you're used to and like what you grew up with. Because I'll take a tropical storm or hurricane all day long.
You said you only worry about a 4 or 5. Everything else is a little fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like everything below.
Got to stock up on the milk and bread, right? Am I right?
Until the power goes out.
Yeah. Everyone driving like idiots is probably the cause for most people's frustration, especially in trucking. Is everyone else driving like an idiot? Because like the job's not that hard, But when you have to save people from themselves all day, it's a little stressful. And then you have to remember that those same people that are driving like idiots are the ones that are helping you at the shipper receiver.
Oh God, yeah, you're right. The number of times I've been cut off by a car that then is going to the same place I'm picking up from.
You can still make deliveries on a Cat 3. Man, brokers or agents will still be like, it could be the end of days, big like asteroid about to hit Earth, and they'll be like, you gonna be on time? Can you update that app when you get there?
Remember when the fleet manager would send us loads going to Florida?
Oh yeah.
Without, and then conveniently being like, I don't see a hurricane.
Yeah, so the most ridiculous thing at Prime was they sent us a load to Florida, and a hurricane was hitting right then. We were about a day's team drive away, and the load paid really well, but there was already areas that were completely flooded, and they were shutting down like interstates and most of the major areas in the town that they wanted us to pick up. So I was like, hey, why would we drive straight to somewhere where we're going to get shut down, and who knows for how long? So they're like, yeah, well, you just get it as far as you can, and then we'll try to build a customer for as much detention as we can, or layover. I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Nope. Wasn't even, well, compared to like the rates that we're getting now, I don't think it was anything fantastic, but, see, he knows. Look at that. You can't stop us all, Ross.
It's true. He just wants to stop all the
Florida man KK. Oh my God. Yes, Sozo's down there too. All you guys are crazy. But a good crazy. Man, all the questions stopped rolling through. It got quiet. Oh man, yeah, it's oh yeah, Purple Yeti. Hit me up on Discord about the question that you asked. I'll Can I get hazmat after getting on with Landstar? Yeah, actually you can. You have to start the process. You have to be like, they give you, I think it's like, yeah, it's like a month or so to like get the process started. You have to get your fingerprints taken, take the test, and then they're good with you running non-hazmat stuff until you get your license back with the endorsement. Yeah, I answered it briefly, but yeah, you can hit me up on Discord. I don't think I'm ready to publicly. Yeah.
It's all good until yesterday.
Yeah. I'm just listening and playing golf, trying not to cuss private. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Been there.
Trade you for mountains any day. Not when you're fully loaded. I'll take Florida any day with 80,000 pounds. Trying to get that good fuel economy.
Yeah.
Should probably not speak about Florida then. Investigate any natural disaster. And there's some crazy stuff. Even on the Landstar boards, when there's natural disasters, there's FEMA loads and stuff. So you get on there and you get your hours of service waived and things like that. Own authority someday? Nope, probably not. It's there's only really a payoff when the rates are like really, really high. Like when the market's on fire, you'll get a little bit better rates than what we're getting. But like as of right now, the spot market is pretty low, and we're still maintaining. Excuse me. Still maintaining good loads, direct freight, stuff like that. I just, me personally, I don't really see too much of an upside right now to start our own authority. And
Cheap insurance, but with hazmat.
yeah, that's right. We couldn't haul hazmat and stuff. And I don't know. I'm watching a lot of other channels that have their own authority, and for that first 6 months, like dealing with some of the agents or brokers where they don't want to deal with a new authority is like just yeah, it's an unneeded stress for us, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we like where we're at. Like, not everyone understands the split, but discounts, cheap insurance, direct freight, stuff like that. I don't know. It wouldn't even be a thought until we bought a trailer, and right now we're not even looking at buying a trailer. So.
Well, and Ross has a trailer, and he's
Any
saying,
other crazy area they want you to deliver with Prime or Landstar? Yeah, they've tried
Staten Island.
Yeah, when I first started in the industry, my trainer took a load to the Bronx. Actually, yeah, no, maybe it wasn't the Bronx specifically, but it was right around there. And then the Volvo broke at the dock. We were trying to leave, and it would not start. So luckily, they sprayed enough ether into the intake to like light light a very large fire, and it started, and then we rolled it over to the Volvo in the Bronx and stayed there for like 10 days. It was terrible, but what are you gonna do? Where saw a Prime driver cause an accident on a 64. Come on, Prime, do better. Speaking of good fuel economy, I set a personal record, Colorado to Oregon. Ooh, dang, that's good for there. I'm good with 28%. I pay Landstar. No need for authority on my end either. Yeah, you're getting that extra with the trailer. That might be in our future. I don't know. Man, right now we're good where we are. How would you say loads are looking for a solo at Landstar currently compared to Prime? 4.5 to 6K a week, take home 3 to 5. I would say it would be incredibly easy to make 3 to 4.5 thousand. There is a guy in the Discord that on several weeks he makes more than us as like a 1.5 driver kind of deal. He makes what a Prime team truck grosses to the truck. He makes as take home. So if you learn the game well and you play it well and you book yourself on the good loads and you want to hustle, you can make an absolute killing. You could get into things like what Ross does, where he's like basically dedicated for a certain amount of time. You get paid every day, whether you run miles or not. Like, just a guess, Ross has probably put maybe in a month, what would you say, maybe 1,500 miles on your truck, something like that, and he makes a fantastic amount of money. So I love the all-inclusiveness of the Landstar board. If you want to run just spot market freight like we're doing, there's tons of it out there. If you want to do a dedicated run, you can get on like a Saya account where you're pulling their freight with Landstar trailers. You could even do doubles if you have that endorsement. You can pull customer trailers. You can be dedicated for like Walmart or Dollar General, any of those things that you want. If you want like that structure so you know how much you're taking home, you can get on concerts. There's sporting events. There's, like I said, Fema loads if you want to go and be the hero and bring an entire town like 45,000 pounds of water that they need, or supplies and things like that. So J Love, nice. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do a live, man. That sounds great. I need to check out your channel some more. I was actually going to check out some of your videos, and I saw that you were live the other day, and just hopped in the live.
So,
hey now.
On that note,
hey now.
I was thinking about today because I'll be honest with y'all. I've been playing around with when we're super heavy, I go 63. And our fuel economy is pretty good when we go 63. And I was thinking about how when we were at Prime, it was no lift ever, like 65 everywhere. I mean, just, they were like, you guys slow down and get really good fuel economy. We're like, absolutely not. Like, this is all we can do. This is all we're going to do. I was just thinking about how it's interesting how when we gave ourselves the freedom to go much faster than 65, how a lot of the times now I choose to go slower than we did when we were at Prime. But it is still really nice when you go to pass somebody, or just any of those situations where you get super frustrated being speed governed. It is so nice to be able to have the freedom to go up to the speed limit, because half the speed limit today was 70 or 75. But just choosing to go slower for the fuel economy is great. And I think that says a lot about giving people the freedom that if you're paying for the fuel, you should be able to choose how fast you go.
Yeah. If you're a professional driver, you should be able to make some choices.
Yeah, for sure. So,
but I get it. I mean, they train a lot of brand new people.
They do. And I mean,
a lot of young people, or people that don't have any sort of self-control. So,
and I definitely appreciate now being trained that way, because I know the frustrations that come with being speed governed. And I try not to be that frustrating person that speeds up when people who are speed governed are trying to pass me.
412, always in here showing that support, man. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. It's in the description, or nolocktrucking.com. Oh yeah, Sozo put the link right there. nolocktrucking.com/shop or shop.nolocktrucking.com. Either way.
Does that also work?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Sozo is
just out here,
the webmaster. He can tell us.
So you don't know if they work or not.
That's what I send people. No one's complained yet. In moderate, I don't see a lot of prime wrecks. They seem to be pretty safe. Yeah, I mean, the grand scheme of things, like they have almost I bet at this point they almost have like 10,000 trucks on the road. So I mean, you're gonna see them here and there in a wreck. I mean, it's just the nature of numbers, mass numbers, and the general public is really terrible around trucks. So I mean, it could have not even been his fault, and he was involved. So
was that the no, he said that was today, right? The wreck on 64. Okay, yeah. I'm just still curious about that beer load that turned over.
No, I'm definitely not about power only. I like having someone else's trailer, so when we run over that tire casing and it rips out the airline, you can just give them a call and wait on the side of the road until they fix it.
I think that's kind of what he's saying, though, a little bit, because I mean,
I guess
if you think about it, technically we are power
only
pulling Landstar trailers because we're not liable for the trailer.
Yeah,
but
I mean, at the end of the day, a trailer is definitely worth it, because the extra 7% that you make, you're not going to spend that in maintenance typically.
Right. I was going to say, in having the freedom to maintain your own trailer better than
exactly how you want. Yeah.
Trailers are maintained at Landstar.
Yeah, because the pretty much any dry van company that has any sort of owner operators, the trailers are absolutely trash.
It's real bad.
Took a load to Manhattan once. They couldn't pay me enough to do it again.
Yeah.
Thank you. Absolutely. We don't do Staten Island. We don't do any of the boroughs. I don't do New York City. There's even some parts of Jersey that I like.
Yeah.
Unless that rate is like outrageous, I'll do some dumb stuff if that rate is outrageous. But I haven't seen the amount of money that we would need to go to some of the places.
If you're good with going to the island, though, you can make money all day long.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not saying it's not worth having your own trailer. I'm just saying I don't want to pay for one right now.
Yeah.
Until the market settles down, until our finances settle down. These like fuel prices, you know how it is. Let's see. Did Ross ever answer how many miles he runs? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe later on. I think my only fear is driving up in New York and New Jersey area. Those roads turns are so tight. Um, because the people that are sending you there have never stepped foot in a truck. They don't have a CDL and they have no idea what it's like. That's why. But you just get with the company. A lot of them have, even if they're forced dispatch, they'll have no forced dispatch in New York City.
Yeah. And I mean, I know New York City is a totally different animal than anything that we go through, but some of those random tiny towns that you end up going through, you gotta watch out on those too. They're not
This
funny
man's bought a
there.
trailer, already
What?
looking at buying a new one.
Bro.
What's the lowdown on quarterly dot? If your truck fails, you stuck getting your truck fixed at that facility? Yep, that is absolute. Yes. So if it fails, you have to have it towed away or get it fixed there. That's why a lot of people go in and just do they'll pay them for like a pre-inspection, so they don't take off the dot sticker and it's not recorded as a dot inspection, but they'll run down the list.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Learn something new.
Yeah, so if there's something on your truck that you're not sure if it will pass, just you go there and just pay them whatever. I don't know what they charge, 20, 30, 40 bucks, something like that, to do a pre-inspection and do it before so you have time to go get it fixed wherever you want. Or you'll have to tow your truck or have a mechanic come to the truck to get it fixed.
I like the comment under that one.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly like. So honestly, we thought that Landstar was going to be a stepping stone for us to get our own authority, and then we got here and we're like, kind of like it here, and it's been great. So, I don't know, we love it.
Hopefully, everything stays the same with all the laws and everything. We can continue doing what we're doing, because I think just the amount of freedom that you have where we're at right now is great.
Hey man, YouTube's got to push my stuff sometimes, right? Been doing 73
YouTube
average. Oh yeah, I was gonna say there is no way you're getting 9.7 unless you're light. Yeah, 4K pound load. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but what is the pump math though?
Right. Let's not go by what the dash is saying.
When we talk about our fuel economy, we are purely talking about the actual math when you go to fill up again and you've reset your trip and you do it that way and you check the math, because the dash is lying.
So California is not out for Landstar. California BCOs are out for Landstar.
Yeah.
But we can still take stuff in and out of California just the same. But to be honest, the freight market's a little light out there.
I'm just gonna tell elsewhere. Okay, let's do that one.
Yeah, pretty much what I said. You can't drive on the road, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, they tried. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm not that worried about it until it happens. Yeah, so Landstar doesn't have any freight at all. They're just an intermediary. They provide the load board, and then all the agents and brokers are independent contractors. All the drivers are independent contractors. So there is no like Landstar freight. There's Landstar agents that have direct customer freight, but there's also loads that get posted from all the other load boards onto the Landstar board. So just think of Landstar as an exclusive like DAT board that you have to be in a contractor to get onto, basically. So like they're not hauling. There's no like Landstar freight. Landstar is not pulling any freight.
Yeah.
They just, like I said, they're on the back end. They take care of paperwork, basically do factoring for the pay for us, and they provide the load board. And that's kind of how it goes. It's a little weird, but until you've like been involved in it, then it kind of makes a little more sense. But
never went on and checked if our
if I go to to get a dot 3
They
days
updated.
before it expires. Can I then drive it because I have 3 more days? Yeah, technically you can't, because once you go in for a dot inspection, they're supposed to pull the old sticker. A lot of them don't, but once they send it straight to Landstar, so they're gonna know. I wouldn't try to pull any slick stuff, to be honest. But like I said, go in and ask them if they can do a pre-inspection, or if you have a mechanic that you trust, have them do a full pre-inspection as well, because the Landstar inspection is just a DOT inspection with like 2 or 3 other things that are minors, like do you have hood mirrors, and
Yeah.
I don't remember the other one, but it's all dumb stuff. So it's basically a DOT inspection.
Our maintenance thing, our annual maintenance thing that I submitted, that came up on this list, didn't it? Because it's not here anymore, so
it
they
was,
must have updated.
Yeah.
I forgot to go in and look and see if it had.
Trailer burnt. Axle bearings about $8,000. Yeah, I mean, look, it's like anything else, you know. Like sometimes you got to put money into it, and sometimes it's gonna make you money, you know. I did a load to Port Newark. Almost regretted my decision, but the pay was good. That's how they get us on all this dumb stuff. And I'm like, I hate this. Who did this? We did this. I have 35,000 miles billed for this whole year. Nice. Absolutely. Are the rates good for straight trucks? And would you do straight truck for Landstar? We probably would not do straight truck for Landstar. If anything, we would run with like Highfield, where they do FedEx Custom Critical.
Which we were like close to doing, but we didn't have our hazmat.
If the guy didn't have an automatic response for his Gmail and wanted us to call him, we probably would be employed with Highfield and doing straight trucking. But
when we looked at doing Highfield and we didn't have hazmat, was when it was still very difficult to get in the DMVs.
Yeah, it was right.
Get hazmat.
Yeah, it was right when COVID was shutting down DMVs and stuff. I don't know what the rates are for straight trucks. I know if you have like a lift gate and stuff, the rate goes up more and more. If you have special,
I still think that would be
stuff.
That's still on my list of like
possibilities.
A possibility rather than buying another like a truck like this is going and doing that. I haven't ruled it out. It's my retirement plan.
Kind of yes and no. It really depends on the dealership if they want authorization. But if we're paying for most of the stuff, it doesn't get ran through them. We just pay for what we want. Like if you want to use the maintenance escrow that they have, you have to like call in and then they send like a PO and stuff. But I don't really care to wait for that. And I really don't want somebody sitting behind a desk telling me how to service the truck that we're going to purchase. So we just do it as we see fit.
Yeah, I mean, we just submit all the receipts and stuff so they know that we did it. But we do everything pretty early. I mean, we did the air filter probably 20,000 miles before they said to do it. We do oil changes a little bit before they say to do it. So they have no complaints yet so far. It's been good.
Yeah, isn't Landstar a Fortune 500 company, I believe?
Yeah.
Something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, they are big. Just trying to get my cut.
Yeah, so I mean, there is money to be made in straight trucking if you're a married couple doing climate or temp control, T-Val stuff, or white glove service. But, I don't know.
They probably frown upon me wearing band shirts every single day, but
yeah, right.
But it still would be something that I might like to do in the future.
Straight trucks are dot bait. Those like glorified U-Haul, like cargo vans, those are dot bait for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sure. Woo. I don't see them really messing with like the FedEx Custom Critical straight trucks, but those old jalopies that are like probably leased onto Landstar, those are dot bait.
Oh no! Nope.
Yeah, so ours is a little bit different. We don't run the truck 24/7. So I'll usually start driving. Liz will nap or sleep if we need to put in a ton of miles. I'll get done, and then she will drive her full shift. But then, kind of, we have to stop and sleep a little bit. So think of it as we can put in 1,200 miles on, and then we need between 4 and 8 hours of sleep, and then we can put in another 1,200 miles. That's how we run our truck if we need to. But realistically, today I did about 250 miles. She did about 290 miles, and that was the day.
Yeah. But it's also a not super long weekend load that we happened to get ourselves on
Yeah.
for this one, because we were running up against the weekend getting out of the house. So this was really the best thing coming out of the house, going the furthest. So, but it still was a super easy run. But it's funny because sometimes when you show up on these loads, it's like they're listed for a solo guy, but then if you pick them up the next day and it's still fully doable for a solo driver, and they're like, oh, good, you're a team. Like, but it doesn't matter because a solo driver could still do this load. But I guess in their mind, like, it gives them peace of mind that we're not going to not make it for some reason. So it's weird. But a lot of times, I like to try to get us out to California more here recently. And a lot of times there will be team freight coming out of there. And if it's not going all the way up to the New England area, it's fully doable for us. So I like doing that.
Yeah.
It's really good money.
You probably won't ever see us on an expedited run that has more than like 1,200 miles.
I mean, we could stretch it a little bit.
Yeah, if we drove fast, we could.
Well, not just that, but like we could stretch it to like 15, 16 range. But once you get up towards the 2,000 miles for a super expedited run, it's just usually more than we feel like doing.
Yeah, I don't really sleep on the truck while it's rolling.
If we wanted to do those runs, we would have stayed at Prime.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But we have an agent that we like to call if we get a load that's going out to California, and he usually gets us some good high risk, high value freight, we'll call it.
Yeah,
California.
A lot of people use Super Solo as a blanket though, and they don't really understand what it means. So we're like a selective team. When it benefits us, we'll run expedited stuff as a full team. Otherwise, yeah, we just kind of run a Super Solo, or I mean, we don't book a lot of freight that's super like time restricted. So we usually have time for me to nap in between.
But it's wild because I feel like loads are either posted with way too much time on them for even a solo driver to make, or they're posted for teams and you have like 1 hour extra when you do the math. It's like, what, where, why isn't there team freight where it has like, I don't know, 10 hours extra on it? Like, it's insane what they want you to do sometimes. Looking at you, FedEx.
Think about, we do a lot of solo driver loads, but after we deliver, we can immediately go pick up another load and get running. So when you would normally have to take a break because your hours are up, we're still rolling. We're getting the next load and we're getting down the road. So we run about 1.5 times what a normal solo driver could run.
Unless you're Caden, and then you're just a maniac.
Yeah.
And you are a team as a solo driver.
Yeah, that guy, man.
But I mean, from my understanding,
love it.
He's way more comfortable with taking more risks than we're comfortable with taking. So
yeah. But he's killing it. I mean, he made his own dedicated lane, basically. He made a nice triangle. It pays fantastic. Are there any good loads out of Houston? Yeah. I don't like going through Houston if we need to park there or near there. I guess Baytown, that's the one next to Houston, right?
Yeah, they're east. Yeah. There is a ton of good stuff going in and out of Houston, though.
There's a little small truck stop that's kind of, well, I guess it's not unknown. There's usually a lot of spots over there in Baytown.
Oh, yeah.
That one near the Walmart Dry DC. we don't like being
been
there.
to with the drive-in company, but we went to with the reefer company.
Is getting your own authority on the radar. Yeah, we answered that earlier. Not really, man. We're kind of happy where we're at. There's just not a whole lot of extra reward for having our own authority, and there's a ton of headache. And we don't even have our own trailer, so it's it's I don't know. We're good where we're at, and starting a fleet. I don't know. We've talked about it here and there, but I just don't think that that's what we want to do. We're gonna try to be out of trucking in next couple of years. So I don't think having a fleet is what we want to do. You want to answer this one? If you live in basically a glorified closet, you learn to talk about the issues a lot sooner than you would in a house, because you can stay in different rooms in a house.
Yeah, it's very rare that we I wouldn't even say fight. We never really fight. But it's rare that we argue, but everybody has their days, right? And sometimes when our angry days both line up, it can be kind of rough, but I mean, I think we do.
We squash it quick.
365 days out of the year, I'd say 363 days out of the year, everything is good. But every now and then, you say the wrong thing and you put your foot in your mouth, and then I try to give space because I'm not very good at giving space.
Yeah,
so that's been my tactic.
We just have the wisdom now to talk about it and squash it.
Yeah, and then for sure after some a little bit of chill time, you kiss and make up. Yes.
Bonded lows, Laredo, Toronto. Yeah, we're not interested in going to California either. But
well, no, I like Southern California though, because we get good loads out
of there. The bonded loads always trip me up. I never know if it's going to be a trap or not.
Haven't we done bonded loads, or were we talking with the guy in?
That guy wanted us to run the bonded load out of Washington, but we didn't. Is Landstar a good company? Yeah, a bunch of us are over here and loving it, so I think so.
Good company over.
Do you prefer Peterbilt or Kenworth?
Basically
I don't really. I mean, it's
right?
pretty much the same nowadays. I don't really have a preference, to be honest with you. I don't really care. I just don't care for the ride quality of the Freightliner. I love everything else about the truck.
Oh yeah.
So Peterbilt or Kenworth or Volvo is what I would choose, just from the ride quality.
I want to make the joke that do you prefer a Honda or an Acura, but even that's not exactly the same.
That's true.
But it's like they're basically the same truck.
Yeah.
Same motors.
So
same,
the loads that they post on there and they don't quote a team, that's usually stuff that's just been rolled to the next day and next day and next day. Like, you could probably get them to change the dates, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Is Landstar a good company overall? Oh,
we
already answered that.
Yeah, I do. But when it was over, I figured there was more to it.
Overall, yeah. Do you prefer new or used trucks? Right now we prefer a new truck, just because warranty. I don't know. As a team, I would rather have a new truck with a warranty, and if we want to run a ton of miles,
as annoying as warranties can be.
Yeah, it's better than not having.
It's better than not having one.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why you would see them all the time on the board, is because nobody wants to haul them. Yeah. Was that the Oasis? Yeah.
Sounds right.
They had some good drink options, and they were cooler and stuff, and it was a nice, quiet place. I liked it. At the time, it was fairly new, so there was like half the lot was open. Isn't around Baytown where they make you put a hazmat suit on to pick up your load?
What?
Oh, for us? No, that was in Louisiana, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the Oasis Market. They had some good drink there. What was it?
The coffee.
Birthday
cake coffee one.
Yeah.
You guys seem very compatible. Yeah. So if you ever get this wild hair and you want to team with your significant other, You'll find out if you're truly compatible or not really quick.
Yeah.
It's not going to be pretty. I give my wife a 3 week long space. Yeah.
And I'm sure she is dying to see you after 3 weeks.
It's FEMA, Spanish trucking company out of Mexico. No, FEMA is Federal Emergency. I don't remember the other acronym, but it's when there's natural disasters in certain areas, the government
Federal Emergency Management Agency.
Yeah, they put a state of emergency, and they basically set up like tents, and they get products shipped in, like water and canned foods, things that you would need to live.
So Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah.
Oh, Peyton is young, isn't he? I feel old now because
well, he's 20.
Yeah, but I feel like if you were watching a lot of the stuff with Hurricane Katrina, whatever year that was in, there was a lot of talk about the FEMA roofs still being around for like years after they were supposed to get people new roofs. And so the FEMA roofs were tarps, just blue tarps.
Yeah.
So anybody with a blue tarp roof, it was just a joke. Ha, FEMA still hasn't gotten you your money for the relief on the hurricane.
Yeah, I would agree to a certain extent, but the Freightliners have the Detroit motors, which get fantastic fuel economy, but they have a terrible suspension setup.
Yeah.
And a shorter wheelbase. Team Volvo, of course. So I actually did like the Volvo. If I didn't get a trainer with the Volvo when we went through Prime, probably wouldn't have a CDL, to be honest. Or well, I'd have a CDL, but I wouldn't have made it through.
And it was on our list for a truck that we would get when we found this one.
Yeah, they were just on strike at the time.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a...
That, and a lot of the ones that we were looking at were, what's this, 760?
860.
Is the 860 the shorter one, though? No, what was the shorter
780.
one? 780? Yeah, so most of the ones that we were seeing were used 780s, and I didn't want to give up the space.
SFI had a 860, but...
Did they?
But they didn't know how long it was going to take.
Yeah. What's bonded load?
Have you ever run a load that a receiver wouldn't accept the load and you had to deadhead it back to the shipper? Yeah, actually we have. When we worked at Prime, we hauled a load of potatoes and we went to deliver to like what was that crappy the grocery store, the fancy grocery store, the Harris Teeter, and they rejected the potatoes, but we didn't take it back to the shipper. They found a produce market in Baltimore that bought them at a discounted rate. So yeah, we didn't have to take it all the way back to shipper. We've never had to take a load all the way back.
That's what I was thinking. You said that we had. I couldn't think of what we had because we haven't actually taken it back to the
I was
shipper.
answering the first half that they wouldn't accept. They rejected the load
all the time. Yeah. You were refrigerated trucking. Rejected all the time.
Yeah, that's the one we're at right now. Somebody asked what a bonded load. So it's hard to I'm gonna probably fumble this explanation, but it's when something comes through customs and they haven't paid the customs on the packages. You take it and deliver it, and they have to pay the like the taxes on it before it gets released. And it has to go through like some federal agents to make sure it's all good. And you have to have paperwork that the stuff's paid and things like that. I'm sure somebody in the comments can explain it better. Somebody said Katrina was when he was 3 years old. Yeah, but I mean, FEMA's been around way before that too.
Yeah, no, they have. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like me being however old I was in 2005, which I'm not going to do that math.
Right, give the man credit. He was 4.
Right. Yeah. So I had the right feeling.
So mid-roofs are 100% not pointless because you need them as a car hauler, you need them as a tanker, and you need them as a flatbed. Because you don't need a giant wind sail if you're hauling a low load on a flatbed. You'll have a ton of wind resistance from the cab and then none on the flatbed. you need a tall truck for box trailers, but you pretty much need a mid-roof for a lot of the other.
Okay, so he says he always sees Volvos broke down on the side of the interstate. But are they broke down on the side of the interstate, or are they stopping to talk to their dispatcher?
Look,
A
man.
lot of people pull over, but they're not broken down.
There's a wide range of Volvos, okay? So the ones that you see with multicolored fenders and stuff like that, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about like a nice V&L, a nice newer one. I would take one.
You don't see the newer, nicer ones constantly broken down. Just don't.
It's all in how you take care of it,
And also, you see what you want to see.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah.
If you're focused on finding Freightliners broken down on the side of the road, you'll see them too. But also, a lot of times when you see people on the side of the road with repair vehicles out with them, a lot of times it's just stupid stuff with tires. It's not even like issues with the motor.
Yeah, Ross's V&L still going strong. Nice. Yeah, I don't think it's it's just because they're cheap. I mean, I don't know. They hold up, I guess, for a while, but like I said, it's all on how you maintain it, really, But yeah, there's a lot of old trucks that look extremely clapped out. Yeah, I don't know. Container trucks are a whole different breed. That's a gamble on what you're going to see, regardless.
Yeah,
they're wild. Man, hour and 22 minutes. Oh, so he doesn't see a lot of Macs broken down?
it's because there's not a lot of Macs in general.
I think the point of it remains the same. See a ton of all the different types of trucks, but thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in on the live. Yeah, absolutely. Man, we've had brand new trucks that we ended up on the side of the road for the dumbest things. Lots of tires, lots of sensors, you name it. But
yeah, you should have, Ross.
Look, you should have just joined, like you said.
It was an open invite. My trucking days breakdowns were rare. Yeah, whatever.
Let's see. Oh man, yeah, I had some point, but it completely escaped me. Oh yeah, what do we think of some drone footage from the Laredo terminal for Landstar?
Likelihood that the drone will get shot out of the sky by Border Patrol.
That is very true. It is pretty close to the border. I don't even know if I can fly it there.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'd have to check the map.
Yeah, I gotta finish up the load that we're on. Finish that video. Drop that Monday or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday.
Tuesday would be.
Yeah, I'm trying
on schedule.
Trying to keep up with the every other day thing.
With a little alive every now and then sprinkled in.
Yeah. Let's see what I can add.
So just dropping the link. I like it.
Yeah, for sure. I dig it. Yeah. So if you guys have been over to our website and saw the shirt. Sozo actually designed the shirt, and he designed the website, and he is working the entire, basically the entire operation. All I do is upload videos, and everything else is taken care of by Sozo. So you
Putting
guys
out
should,
fires left and right.
yeah, you should definitely tell him that if you like the shirt, give him some positive reinforcements. Is it safe going to Laredo? Yeah, it is. Like, if you're out wandering by yourself in places that you shouldn't be, it's maybe dangerous cartel-wise, but every large trucking company has a terminal out of Laredo because you get a lot of loads coming from Mexico, and then they transload it. They take it off their trailers and put it on yours. So, I mean, you just stay at the terminal. We've stayed at a truck stop over there before. I didn't feel any less safe than, like, any other place.
No drone zone.
Where?
I just googled. I'm just laughing because it rhymes.
Yeah, I guess I could look up on the app right now and see if I can even.
You weren't going to, so I was going to.
See if I can even fly the drone in Laredo. Let me check. Recommended fly zone. I can fly here.
Right, but we're not anywhere near the border.
I was the model for the male shirt, and Liz's cousin.
Yeah, technically second cousin, but yeah, we call her cousin.
Was the model for the other. Laredo, Texas.
It's weird when you're between the age of your cousin and your second cousin; they just both feel like cousins. What?
I don't know. There's some sort of restriction. Oh, there's an airport near Laredo International.
Oh, interesting. So
I don't know where we're going to be on the outskirts.
To
somewhere.
the north, I think. I could pull it up.
We might be able to fly the drone out there. Who knows? Or you might see me arrested. Makes good content, right?
Isn't there also a thing of how far up you go?
Yeah. There's a ton of restrictions. I just ignore them. Fellow BCO, 2 years, love every minute of it. Nice. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, I mean, we've been there for a year.
Yeah.
We love it too. Good stuff. It is what you make it, really. There's a ton of people that hate it, but
I wouldn't say a ton of people that hate it.
No, there's a lot of people that scrub out, but they just don't understand that they're the problem, typically.
But those people who scrub out also tend to scrub out everywhere else.
Yeah, exactly. But they're never the problem. Oh, let's see. BCO. Yeah, right? Man, this long weekend run that we both ran.
We did
4 hours is exhausting.
At 2 a.m. this morning to get here early enough to easily get a spot because the truck stop that we're at isn't very big, but I think we're like 5 miles from our delivery, so we did get up kind of early, and then I took a nap.
Man, those construction site loads will get you jammed up so bad. Yeah, I don't think that I want to take another job site load because it's always muddy. There's tons of nails everywhere. It's the least organized chaos, even worse than back in the reefer days when everyone's trying to get a door at the same time. But I don't like it at all. We've done 2, 3, 2, maybe
2.
I don't see us doing it again unless times are really tough and that's the only thing paying well. But those cabinets loads, man, those were terrible. The windows and doors, they wanted us to go to job sites. It's just not what we want to do. You're an inspiration for couples that can work it out. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, if you have a good relationship and you're mature enough to sort your problems out, it's great when all the money can go to the same place, and like you're working with your best friend and running a successful business and stuff. It's very rewarding. And then we can take vacations wherever we want, we can buy the things we want. It's great. It's good. Yeah, yeah. Sozo was also awake in the middle of the morning trying to.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to fix some stuff that came up on a cabinet load right now. Is it a driver assist or is it because we did one where they unloaded it, and then the other one they said they had a crew, and then he pulled a Jedi mind trick. He's like, "Yeah, I got the guys back there," and I was like, "Cool, we'll be up here."
They had a crew for us to tailgate to.
Right, yeah, and then he's like, "Hey, we're ready for you to come take them off the truck." I was like, "No, no."
Well, I definitely don't think I'd want to do one of those again during the summertime, because both of them that we did were during the colder months, and it was already warm enough.
Have y'all done any loads that require y'all to go downtown in a big city? Yeah, plenty of times. Yeah, we drove
downtown.
We drove through Boston. We were at the harbor. Talking about old infrastructure. That is not fun. Bunch of tiny, narrow streets. Let's see. We've been.
I feel like we've done a pretty good job avoiding most downtowns of cities.
Yeah, I mean, if you go into LA, almost everything is downtown basically.
True. That is very true.
we have we try to avoid them, but bro, I hope that paid well, or you just wanted some exercise. Because look, man,
you just want the exercise.
Even with both of us, like me grabbing the very tall ones, I'm like, how would somebody that didn't have another person do this? I guess just let them fall and slide or something, but I don't know. It's just not.
Yeah, I am absolutely down to do another one once it's not 100 degrees outside. But if it's wintertime again and we need a drop and hook, no, you don't want to?
No.
I didn't think it was that bad.
No, I took it because see true. that got us jammed up too. That one time that we took that driver assist one, we're like, man, we really want to get a different trailer because this one rides poorly, and we'd really like to be able to pick up over the weekend. And the only thing is those cabinets.
Our mistake has been going to Florida both times?
No. One was to Florida, the other was to...
Was it like Louisiana or something? No.
Maybe.
It wasn't Louisiana, because we went from Baytown to Florida. Yeah, I don't remember. I blocked it out. I don't remember where that other one was.
You think it wasn't that bad until we get back in that trailer and you gotta manhandle all the...
I like doing stuff like that.
Go ahead and hand me that.
I'm with Zach. Sometimes I like to get out of the truck, but I just don't like to get out of the truck when it's 100 degrees.
Look, I want to do like a window load. I could do those all day.
But I don't want to.
Yeah, to a store, maybe not to a job site.
Yeah, I really do hate the job site ones.
Yeah, also, are you going to a job site or are you actually going to stores? Because that makes a huge difference as well. But I don't know. The cabinets, I think I'll have to pass. But I would potentially do other driver assist stuff. But I'd really rather not, unless you got to do what you got to do, you know? What kind of camera and drone do y'all use? So the drone is a DJI. Actually, let me hold on to that. I'll probably need it. A DJI Mini 2. And the camera that I typically shoot with is the GoPro Hero 10. What I shot the shirt promos with was a Canon 5D Mark II.
So I looked it up. It does look like we're good for the drone stuff there.
Cool.
Just maintain situational awareness.
Yeah, it always says that.
Don't be stupid.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I would consider it if it was going to a warehouse, but the cabinets are so heavy and they don't stack them in like a logical order. Like the heavy ones on the bottom, the small ones on the top. It's
It's
like
going to warehouse.
shove it in there. Yeah, job sites, no bueno, because those guys don't understand how long the truck is until you're sitting there and they're like, no, you can make this corner. I'm like, I promise you, I cannot make that corner.
Or the job site where the guy was like, don't pull past
Oh yeah,
whatever
muddy.
area, and then the guy got there like a couple days early in front of us, and then he panicked because we were coming in behind him, so he drove into the mud that they had warned us not to drive into, and then they pretty much said, you're on your own, bud.
Yeah,
It was not
yeah.
good.
Later, Ross. Take care, man. Be
Bye.
safe. Get some miles in, slacker.
I feel him though.
How do you move if out of hours? That's a question that's probably answered better by one of the solo guys. We don't run out of time.
Yeah.
But I assume you could PC to the safest
Closest, right?
rest area or truck stop.
Closest,
Yeah.
not closest en route. Closest safe haven, is that what they said?
Been thinking about getting a GoPro and my drone crapped out, so I need a new one. Yeah, I mean, I found the GoPro. So they sell this like 5-piece attachment set. So it has the head thing where you put the GoPro on your forehead. It has a I almost grabbed the GoPro, but we're recording on the GoPro. It has this like long arm, and it has a clamp that you can clamp it to like, whatever. It's like a vice grip almost. So between the head mount and that vice grip thing, I pretty much that's all I use, and I found it's just so easy to pick it up and take with you. You can pop it on the visor and do like a time lapse shot, easy. Slap it on the trailer if you want to get a cool backing shot, stuff like that. So it's pretty durable. It's waterproof. So just buy a bunch of batteries. They only last like 20-30 minutes if you're recording. You'll be safe. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the questions and comments and stuff that you put out. I appreciate it. 7 days from now, I can be social again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a calendar event for that.
Setting a
I'll be
reminder.
Yeah, so you throw it in PC and get somewhere. Yeah, I mean, depending on your company, some companies are really protective on their PC stuff, but you got to do what you got to do. You can also run 4 miles an hour to somewhere on their lot and sit there until you're not out of hours. Yeah, I almost grabbed the GoPro, and that's what I have clamped because Ross told us a cool way to use the GoPro as a webcam, so I did that. Yeah, but you can't really trip plan when a receiver is going to hold you for a long time, though. So, like, I get the struggle for sure, but like, you shouldn't be running out of hours on a normal drive day, but when you got to stop and unload and stuff, anything can happen. Yeah, that's the other thing. So there is the 2/8 or 7/3 split that you can do as well. That pauses your 14-hour clock. So there's a lot of, if you know how to manipulate, well, not manipulate, if you know how to play the ELD game, use everything to your advantage, you probably shouldn't run out of hours. You'll at least have enough to get somewhere, but yeah, I don't know, just the holding the phone didn't work for me. I don't know, I just felt weird holding it. So I don't know what's different about the GoPro being on so it has like a flexible like boom with the vice grips on the end. So I don't know, holding that and talking to it didn't seem as awkward to me as holding my phone. Plus, I mean, the GoPro has such a wide angle that you don't have to frame the shot very well. And also, I think the sound recording is a little bit better. So if we're rolling down the road, I know everyone complains that they can't quite hear us, but you can put microphones and stuff, which I'm working on eventually. But I think it picks up better audio on the GoPro than the phone. But, oh man, it was a rough day. 250 miles. Let's see. So what is something that people want to see on the channel or on a video or a topic that we should cover, or something that we should add to the channel? Any feedback, criticism?
I was reading a post on Facebook of a guy talking about a car that he bought 15 years ago. I was like, oh, that sounds like it was a long time ago. That was 2007.
That was a long time ago.
No. I don't like it.
I bought the GTO in 2008 and then sold it, and then we bought it back in 2022 or 2021 or 2020.
2020.
Yeah,
I think. Because we went to Prime in 2019.
Less backing in. Man, people want to see the backing in. I can't help that. The trucking channel.
Did we buy it the first year that we were driving? I think we might have. It might have been 19.
Maybe.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think we're going to step it up. I want some wireless microphones that will integrate with the GoPro. So I'm gonna work on getting. I think DJI has some really nice wireless ones that I'm gonna integrate with the GoPro. More food videos, yeah. We could definitely make that happen. Liz enjoys cooking, and she does a great job at it. I think working the load board and interacting with the agents was golden. Yeah, I'm glad that people like that. Even people that aren't in trucking enjoyed that segment. Just seeing what we actually go through trying to book a load. Because I don't think a lot of the general public doesn't even understand what you go through. I like when y'all add in GoPro showing the backing up and stuff. Yeah, see, it's split. Like one guy says less backing, but then a ton of people say more backing. So, yeah, I try to mix it up. I would like the drone shot of like above the spot that we're backing into. Maybe, I don't know. I don't have the faith in the drone yet to just like leave it hovering while I back in, or while we back in.
2020.
I always wondered about the cleanup when I see truckers cooking in the rig. Yeah, so I mean, you have like gallon-sized jugs of water and soap and stuff. We take a lot of the stuff we'll take in if it's large and it needs a good cleaning. We take it in when we shower and just use the sink and stuff in there. Let's see. XPO outside of Burlington, North Carolina. Did I miss something?
I don't know. Maybe that's the content that he wants.
Is that where you're at currently? Let's see. Backing seems the hardest part, getting it all lined up. Yeah. So you can be your own worst enemy as well. Like if you're just lazy with the setup, then you make it harder on yourself. But if there's no one around and like there's no lines on the ground to line it up and stuff, like an easy back, what should be easy actually turns out to be a little bit harder. Not to mention, like some days it's not your day and you struggle to back up, and some days you're so surgical you can, slalom while backing up with the trailer. Yeah, I don't really I'm not really demonstrating when I'm filming and stuff. It's just providing entertainment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that is where you are. XPO outside of Burlington, North Carolina. I don't think we've been there. We've only been to a very few XPO places. They're pretty quick, I believe, if I remember correctly. Pretty easy going.
I was just trying to think of all the different LTL stuff. So we've done Saya.
Saya, FedEx.
Right, but we haven't done YRC. YRC was just next to Saya. Have we done XPO?
Yeah,
have we?
We have. We've taken stuff to XPO, and they did the LTO from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no lines make it tough, definitely. 100%. Have you seen his demonstrations? Yeah. It's usually like, hey, watch me mess this up. Yeah, man, we're not
it's so hard to film.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, like it's incredibly difficult. Like you have to have like 4 different cameras and a drone.
I'm not really interested in being a teaching channel. Like if people learn stuff from it, cool. You know, I show it the day to day, but I'm not like one of the, like if you want to see how to back up, you go watch like Junior Honduras, or even Travis Kenley had some really good backing videos and stuff. I mean, we just show what we're doing, and I try to make it interesting as much as I can. You put it on the catwalk under the lines. You can keep it out there or under the bunk. There's plenty of room. You can definitely make it work if you need to. Oh, you do XPO straight truck. Okay. Yeah. That's seems fun. Do you have one of the extra long trucks with the a kitchen and bathroom and shower and stuff, or do you have just a
condo sleeper?
Yeah, I guess it would be a condo, or do you have just a normal size sleeper? I have many too, and had good luck hovering in place for a while and make sure you watch satellites and battery life. Yeah, I just need to mess with it more, man. Every time I take it out, I get a little bit more comfortable with it. Yeah. I'm still learning to trust it more and more. I don't know if you saw the last video, but I put in some drone footage where I was like chasing a truck, and the footage turned out so amazing, but I wish I had the balls to like fly it a little bit more away from us, but I'll get there eventually. I got to check the warranty status on it. We had some, or the insurance status on it. Make sure I still have a claim or two on there before I go wild. Yeah, it definitely takes years to master backing, 100%. And also, if there's no like risk, if you're just in an area where there's like a ton of open docks, you know, you just don't really take it serious. But if I'm backing in next to trucks and stuff, you know, 100% focused and you set yourself up correctly and stuff. So, yeah. But then also, like I was saying earlier, some days just aren't your day, you know, even after years and years and years of practice. Wow, y'all been streaming for a while, dedicated to your viewers. Yeah, we don't do it too often. We like to stay on as long as everyone's interacting and having fun and stuff. We'll stay on as long as we can until we start falling asleep, and then we gotta go, you know. But I want to do some backing videos with the drone, but I'm a trainer, and just like having multiple ways to teach from my perspective. Yeah. I mean, I've watched Just Trucking kind of hover his up while he's backing up. It's a cool looking shot, and I'm taking YouTube and like filming more as a hobby now. I actually enjoy like capturing the video, so I'd like to integrate more drone stuff. It's just it takes a lot of setup time in my mind, but now that we have everything charged and I'm using it more, it really doesn't take that long. But let's see. Yeah, he got the big one. He said, "Yes, sir." It's just like RVing. Yeah, we looked into that, man. We were like one step away from doing FedEx Custom Critical with a straight truck, like a big condo. Um, I like I like the idea of it, but I'm still enjoying tractor trailer combination, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, 60-foot Walmart trailers coming. Yeah, that's in Canada. Um, I don't think it'll take off in the U.S. really because there's a ton of places that still don't even have the infrastructure for 53 foot. They're still back at like the 48s or shorter, So, um, yeah, I really don't see it taking off. Can you imagine taking a 60-foot trailer up to anywhere in like New England area? It's just not going to happen. You're gonna have to like jackknife into every single place, so like you can't get multiple trucks next to each other.
I mean, for OTR stuff, maybe.
Yeah, but like all those docks that we barely fit in with a 53 foot and a normal sized truck.
It's true.
You're talking about 7 extra feet that you're sticking out.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that bottling place, the Niagara place,
Well, and I guess a lot of
with
the
7 more feet? You would
yeah.
literally be touching
I
the
was mostly
fence.
thinking about the states where you can do triples, but you don't really
Yeah, but
see
they
Walmart.
don't back into docks like that. They just
Yeah.
drop them off individually. Yeah, take practice. I'm afraid to fly too far. Yeah, so that's my thing. Like, if I lose line of sight and I'm like looking at the screen, everything's good. But then when I realize that like I can't physically see the drone, then I'm like, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. I don't. I've always had two rules: never pull into a parking space and avoid as much as possible blindsiding. But now I just have to hook two pups together, so it's kind of a cake job. Yeah, absolutely. Our number one rule is we never ever pull into a parking space. I've seen people's reasoning for it, and that's fine for their business, but we will 100% never pull into a spot. And blindsiding we can do since we have two of us, but I definitely understand that sentiment. I don't do it. It's not something that I pull out of my repertoire to like show off or anything, but if we have to, we would do it. You would be excellent for this. We park in front of everywhere in parking lots for fun. Yeah, exactly. Like the park anywhere that you can because you have a bathroom on the truck would be fantastic, because as much as shippers and receivers don't want to believe it, we are indeed people and we do need restrooms occasionally. I feel you on that. I want to use my stuff to teach, but mostly make videos. Yeah, I see from your logo or your avatar that you're with Prime. So when we were with Prime, we had the YouTube channel structured so that we did a little bit of teaching. We kind of showed things that people may not have figured out yet, like Liz cooking on the truck and the things that she used and stuff like that. And I did a little backing video, but now that we're at Landstar, I don't think that I have much to teach people that would be watching my content right now, other than just them learning from just watching and seeing the day-to-day stuff. But I mean, with you being a trainer, I can certainly understand. Yeah, that's the main thing too. I think Eric from Driver Lineup summed it up best when he said you got to be prepared to speak to an empty room for a while before you catch on. You got to do it for just the love of it. It takes a while before you start making money. Not that it's a ton of money, but yeah, I'd be really surprised if the 60-foot even made it into the U.S.
I was just thinking about how that's probably what people said about 53 foots for a long time.
Yeah, that's true. Hey man, take the path as it comes to you, man. Don't rush it. We stayed at Prime for 2.5 years, I think, something like that. We were there for a while,
Yeah.
but it put us in a really good spot to do our own thing. We had a ton of money saved up. We knew about the business. We knew about running our truck. So don't uh, don't rush into it, man. Just enjoy the ride. I heard pulling doubles rides rough down in Oklahoma City Hobby Lobby. They pull 253 foot. Yeah, that's because Hobby Lobby typically, if they're pulling their intermodal trailers, they're spring trailers. They're not air ride. So those things jump and clang and bang. We pulled an intermodal trailer for Prime, and it was a terrible experience.
Never again.
We'll never do that.
That's why I laugh. I see sometimes people who have bought used Prime intermodal trailers, and there's nothing more disgusting. It rides so bad.
I don't really care if I make money, honestly. I just like having people to talk to. Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not in it for the money, but it's nice to be able to put the money back into the channel and like buy like the wireless mics or shirts or things like that. And then when it starts growing, it is a lot of fun just interacting with the community. I mean, you got to have thick skin. There's going to be some guys that tell you everything you're doing is wrong and you're a terrible person, but that's like the small minority. The majority of people love to be there if they're watching your stuff. So, do you already have videos up right now, or are you still working on making some? Yeah, we're definitely going to keep our CDLs current all the time. It's just so much work to get it back once you've lost it, and it's fairly easy. Every 2 years, you go get your medical card. So. Yeah, turnpike doubles. Yeah, that's the term they call them. Yeah. So if you're, what's that? Oh yeah, 279.
Click.
She is your 280th subscriber. Um, yeah. So Prime, for whatever reason, just was like a magnet to people's negativity. So just brush it off, man. Would you like to talk and interact with the peoples?
I'm tired.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I
2
have
hours
videos
is
and
good.
about 270 subs.
Yeah. No, 280.
280.
Gonna round up now.
Let's check out these videos. Let's see what we got. Right along with the rooster.
No. Yeah, but I had clicked on his channel. No, but I think those are from other channels though.
This one is his.
Oh, I thought I clicked to a page that wasn't all his stuff.
Yeah, that was on the search.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I may have you on the No Luck as well. One of my like 4 YouTube accounts. I think I have subscribed. Some of the thumbnails look familiar. People that bash don't enjoy it like you do. They just don't get it or understand. Yeah, absolutely. And also, man, don't be afraid to use that block user from channel, man. If these people just want to come and cut you down, they're not going to be your subscribers. They're not going to be your fans. All they're doing is just trying to get to you in the comments. So, like I said, man, I'll usually give somebody maybe one chance. If I see your name pop up on a second video and it's just some nonsense, you just get blocked from the channel. I don't really care. Just move on. Yeah, all the mega carriers do tend to attract the trolls. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean everyone loves all the acronyms for the big carriers, and they'll let you know. But yeah, it is what it is. You get over it really quick if you put yourself out there on YouTube.
Zach.
Thank you for dropping in, Zot, man. I think you have probably been at every single live that we've done. Appreciate it. JB Hunt used to be bashed the most, not anymore, it seems. Yeah, I don't know if anybody can take Swift's title on that.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe like Western Express maybe would be close.
I think
but
they're mostly clowned on for other reasons, though, than just their terrible driving. You know, like,
yeah,
some companies
they
that,
get clowned on because
yeah,
they're like a second chance company, people with
Yeah.
felonies and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, all the mega carriers, JB Hunt, Prime, Swift, USA Truck.
It's two parts, right?
Yeah.
Because one, you have a mega carrier, so you have usually that's what, over how many trucks, how many thousands? What would you say? Over 8,000, let's say, makes you a mega carrier.
I think it's
And
over
then-
like 3,000 or whatever.
Right, I was gonna say 5, but anyway,
whatever.
a large number of trucks. But then also a lot of times, mega carriers are the people that will take you with no experience and train you. So
Yeah.
it's a combination of like more trucks with that name on the side, and then
Yeah.
also a lot of new people. So it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean, we all know anybody that's not just looking to get a reaction from people. We all
Yeah.
know that there's some fantastic drivers at every company. I saw a Swift truck with 2 or 3 million miles, safe
Yeah.
miles. He had a bunch of the million-mile tags on there. So like, you don't get that by accident. You don't
Right.
get that by being a bad driver or being the meme or anything like that. Yeah, Sierra England. Yeah, that's another one. But I mean, like, we got all the trolls when we were still at Prime, but it is what it is, man. We were safe there. We never had any accidents. We were never late. You know, we made some good money, but we even get trolls now, even at Landstar. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be the head of the entire trucking industry, and somebody would call you an idiot. There are smaller companies and family-owned trucking companies that tend to pay more, but I don't know how true that is. Yeah, for sure, but I mean, there's drawbacks with all of them, you know.
Yeah, I feel like the smaller company just screams to me that you're going to be a live load, live unload everywhere, which sometimes that's like not a bad thing. But then I kind of prefer companies that at least give you the option to do drop and hooks with a lot of customers, and also smaller mom and pop companies, like, where are you going to be going in the country? Do you want to go everywhere? Do you want to stay local? How big is their customer base? Just, there's a lot of different factors to it.
Yeah, and also you got to run for one that's not going to push you to do illegal stuff as well.
Yeah, because just because it's a mom and pop company doesn't mean that they won't ask you to do things that you don't want to do and aren't safe.
Yeah, Landstar does get called out by other drivers too, but I mean, at the end of the day, every single truck is like an independent business.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the average truck driver and then realize that half of them are even dumber than that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, every company has their share of bad apples, and they also have good apples too. So,
Yeah. And I mean, Lancer is a mega carrier, even though.
yeah, by size, it's a mega
by
carrier for
size,
sure.
So just pure numbers. It's a numbers game.
It's a mixed bag regardless of carrier size. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Used to drive for Roadway out of Chicago, 3 years. Retired now. Mega miles, double, triple container, sleeper teams. Very exhausting. Minimum rest. Absolutely. And that's why we run our business the way that we do, because If I'm being honest, even in training, I ran somewhere in the neighborhood of like 40,000 miles with my trainer in a team environment. We ran that truck 24/7. That bad boy never had a break. It was rolling all the time. And if I'm being honest, I don't think there was a time where I felt fully rested ever. And there was a few times that I actually had to pull over. Like I was coming down Elk Mountain in Wyoming, and I'm remembering like snapshots, like a picture book, where you like flip it through and you see like this like stuttering picture. That was me going down the hill, and I was like, absolutely not. So I pretty much stopped on the first pull out that I came to, and had to take like a 2 or 3 hour nap because it was just.
And I'd say a lot of people have bravado around how little sleep they can get, or how little sleep they can survive on, or team driving when people say, talk to us like, why don't you, you're not a real team and all that. But the thing is, like, sleep is one of the most important things for your health. Getting restful sleep, and that's not even talking about getting consistent sleep like the same time every day. So there's nothing worse for your health than truck driving and not getting restful sleep, and not getting restful sleep on the same schedule every day. So I don't care. I don't care if people don't think that we're a real team. I don't want to be a real team if it means sacrificing that part of our health and just being
not to mention
miserable.
Like at any time, like they did a study with airline pilots where they asked them to predict when they would fall asleep, and you can never predict when you're going to fall asleep. So doing that, but you're like, you don't have autopilot, and you're piloting a truck loaded, and it, even if you're the only person on the road, all it takes is like dipping the wheel off the road and then you overcorrecting when you panic, and you've rolled the truck. And not only are you risking your life, the person that's in the sleeper that's trying to sleep.
Well, and that's true too, because that's not even like, I watched a video recently of a guy in a day cab that obviously doesn't sleep in his truck, so he goes home every night, and he fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you can't play around with your safety, everybody else's safety. And and I was just wanting to point out that beyond the safety aspect, it is a huge part of your long-term health, whether you realize it or not, is getting good sleep.
Bed booger is always bashed, but they actually smart as businessmen. Yeah, they do a ton of manual labor, and then have to drive house people that move.
Oh,
house,
yeah.
Like United and whatever the other ones are. Yeah. Never been so happy to be laid off in my life. Yeah. Were you team driving with like a random person, or was it your significant other? Because that does make a huge difference. Well, to me, it does. It's even more brutal when you're teaming with some random person. I will never do that ever again in my life. Yeah, sleep deprivation could literally kill you. Absolutely. Yeah, arriving and wonder how you got there. Yeah, absolutely. It was like, I don't think I realized the situation that I was in coming off of Elk Mountain until the truck was just gaining speed.
Yeah.
And I probably hit like 75 before I was like, whoa. Like, I don't even remember picking up the speed. So I'm like trying to get slowed down. And obviously that gave me enough adrenaline that I wasn't falling asleep right then. But that was also after like 2 energy drinks. So like my heart rate was fast, but I was still tired. Yeah. So it's like still tired, but faster. Is Forward Air and Amazon just like Landstar? Do y'all like Amazon loads? I don't know if I've. There is Amazon loads on the board, but we don't run them. Forward Air is, what was that? Covenant?
That sounds right.
So Forward Air is the expedited branch of one of the other carriers. I want to say it's Covenant, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. And Amazon, they have their own load board, and they offer freight to like third-party carriers. but now mega carriers have also started doing those dedicated as well.
No, Land Air.
Oh, Land Air was.
Land Air was coming in.
Forward Air is
Forward
another
Air,
expediting
yeah.
company for.
I don't even know how I'd start to Google.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who they would. I know what you mean. Like they are associated with somebody else.
Yeah, the bad thing about training is they always want you to run hard to get the miles. Yeah, absolutely, man. If you can get restful sleep and train in a Freightliner, sir, I applaud you. Yeah, I don't know, man. Because when I was in training, the times that I did sleep, it was like anytime you hit the brakes or that like lane departure went off, you instantly shoot up and you're wide awake. Yeah, not fun, man. More power to you. I do not envy you, but I give you a ton and a half of credit for being able to train some random person. One late delivery at Amazon and you're suspended. Absolutely. Wow. Roadway, the average life expectancy after retirement was 6 months. Woo! Jeez.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, not only would I like to eventually get out of truck driving, but I'd like to get out of truck driving and still have my health. Like, I already haven't found a great way to work out on the road. Like, I'm sure there is a way if I had more drive to do it, but at least just cooking our own meals has improved our life like exponentially. Going back to being able to actually cook all of our meals, so I'm happy with that for now. But sleep is huge, and people don't give it enough credit.
Yeah. Not looking forward. What are you getting transplanted? Yeah, I got to do CDL training all over again. Yeah, but at least you don't have to do that extra class now as well. The new CDL school requirement stuff, since you have had one.
Is that how that?
Yeah.
Okay. I have read zero.
Love your videos. I'm not a trucker, but love the content. Stay safe in your travels. Thank you for watching. I think it's very fascinating when people who are not in trucking watch our stuff, and I'm thankful for everyone that does watch it. It means a lot to us. We just like to show what we're doing, and it's awesome that people want to watch it. My team was often a random person out of the pool of 1,000 drivers that we worked with. Nope. Can we get a still tired but faster shirt? Sozo. Hit this man.
Still tired but faster.
Hit this design up. Put some crushed Red Bull cans without the copyrighted logo.
Some
a kidney transplant.
NLG energy drinks.
Have you already had the transplant and it's going well, or do you have to get the transplant still? Went to the craft plant in Ohio. The main truck route was closed and detour was hell. Yeah, man, you can definitely get jammed up so quick when there's like a shutdown road and they have a detour, because they don't really take the time to make sure that this detour is a truck route.
Yeah, stop and figure it out. Don't just keep driving. I ended up down a road that I shouldn't have been one time because I thought I was following the detour signs, but I didn't follow them correctly, and I just turned without there being a detour sign. And we had to do some backing up down the road, and it was not fun. So stop and just look at GPSs and maps and whatever you have to do. Figure it out before you just keep going in your 75-foot long vehicle.
Tried teaming 4 on 4 off, just didn't work. Yeah. So like, I think we could get into the team thing, but it takes like a week or two to get into that rhythm. Like the way that my trainer did all those years ago was 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. and I would start out on the night shift until I got comfortable with the driving aspect and the backing and stuff, because the morning time would be most of the time that you're interacting with shippers and receivers.
Yeah.
And so halfway through the training we switched, and then I did the afternoon to night. Yeah, I want to say that that's probably going to be the only time that I run, like where the truck runs 24/7. I just have no desire to do it. But like I said, I'm sure after like a week or two of forcing yourself to sleep, I could probably do that. But again, I mean, you just never feel rested.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
it's
do.
dangerous when you have to take sleeping medicine or like melatonin or anything to put yourself to sleep, and then you're
Yeah.
chugging energy drinks to wake up. And I mean, yeah, we still drink energy. We both have an energy drink a day, but we don't go past that. We're not taking, we're not having to put ourselves to sleep or having to wake ourselves up the next day. And I don't know. I'd like to think that we make really good money for still having a safe and healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, and we actually like enjoy the time out there, and we can,
Yeah.
it's not like you pass your significant other when you're like, walking through the curtains to like start your pre-trip, and that's the only time that you really spend together.
Yeah.
So the slower pace, like, yeah, we could make more money if we ran full team, but like you can't put a price on just enjoying the job and enjoying life, instead of just making it transactional where it's like, I did my shift, you do your shift, I'm gonna go to sleep type deal. So yeah, straight trucks, from what I understand, the wheelbase is longer and they ride a little bit better, so I could probably sleep in there, and a larger bed, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
But
Definitely still on my list of things I'd
yeah,
like to do.
I'm not sure if we're ever gonna make it over to the straight truck. We kind of assumed that we would get tired of combination trucking eventually, but it's really never happened.
I'm just saying, it's my retirement plan.
Yeah, but they have other straight truck type deals that you can ride around the country with and not get paid. It's like an RV.
Yeah, but I like getting paid. I don't know. I liked a lot of the idea of what life would be like with a straight truck. But I agree. I was kind of sad to think about giving up the combination vehicle. But I did like a lot of the things that we talked about, like where you're able to park, what you're able to do, and just like lifting some of the restrictions that you have with this length of a vehicle.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean,
you get more creative with the parking.
Yeah, and I mean, I never really wanted to be a company driver, but if I was going to be a company driver somewhere, it would be Highfield / FedEx Custom Critical. Like I would be willing to be a company driver at that
I don't
point.
know, the XBO stuff sounds very similar too.
Yeah.
We'd have to look into that.
Yeah, we never looked into that.
Yeah, those people that move their furniture and still have to get in and drive, man.
Nope.
Good on them. Yeah, you got to do it all. Drop the CDL. Yeah, it's understandable, but hey, man, make it through, and if you want to get back out, then the road's always going to be there, man. Miguel.
How's this?
We use a skillet and an air fryer. Yeah, we
Hold on. We use skillet air fryer. What is that?
Well, I think that's two separate things.
Okay.
What do we have? A skillet.
We have Instant Pot. Skillet.
You should look into getting that.
And the Galans.
The Galans, the 3-in-1
air fryer.
It's a microwave, air fryer, and oven. That oven feature, fantastic.
Yeah, like I've heard a lot of people say that the air fryer setting isn't as good for air frying as an actual air fryer is, but just having the oven capability is I love it.
Do you actually miss the road, or do you just
get
get bored? Yeah, because I don't know. I've heard from a lot of people that got out of the industry. They always like feel the desire to get back in, but then realistically, I don't think they want to get back
I think everybody wants to go back out for a week and then right back to the house.
Yeah, a friend of mine was on dialysis for quite a while. Yeah, he did not have a good time. I think one of his family members ended up donating him one, and yeah, he took it as a new lease on life, and is now enjoying life, trying to have a good work-life balance.
Did he mention when he was going to have that transplant done?
No, he said he was trying to get on the list. It's not cheap.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
That's rough. We wing it. What do they wing?
Yeah, there's only 2 options. On truck detours, yeah. Yeah, one said no trucks. Yeah, it's rough, man. And like, you don't really have the time or space to pull over, but when it starts looking not good, you just gotta.
When the next road you're going down is a dirt road.
Yeah, you just gotta
want to just stop.
You just gotta pull the brakes at the next place that the truck will fit. Yeah, but everything does, man. Just living is bad for your health too. We don't smoke, we don't drink too often, we don't have any vices. So the worst thing that we do is drink a caffeinated drink. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, I would have basically 3 shots of espresso every day before, but nobody was shaming me for that because it was just coffee.
What states have the worst highways?
Louisiana.
Yeah, if you ever want to take a semi truck over
New Orleans,
over
Louisiana.
a jump, like a ramp that you would take like a off-road truck on, Louisiana through 20, Michigan,
Chicago, Michigan. That's
it. Michigan.
Michigan is it, but
Michigan
also Louisiana.
During the summer, after the snow melts and all the ice has broken up the roadway, yeah, that turned a tiny rock chip into completely shattered windshield.
It would be a much shorter list to talk about the states with good interstates, though, if we're being honest, because that's a short list. But the worst is definitely, I would say, Michigan and Louisiana are kind of tied. They're both terrible. And maybe not even some of the roads further north in Louisiana, but 20 is terrible through there.
Yeah, so when you have an extended cab, you have a lot larger wheelbase. Your truck weighs a significant amount more, so you limit how much weight you can put on as well. So you have to back this incredibly longer wheelbase truck. You have to park it in a truck stop. It's already bad enough that you think your truck's going to get hit every night when you go to sleep. Imagine sticking out another like 6 feet. Yeah, it would have to be a short trailer, like those guys that have the like 48-foot step decks or something like that. That's one thing, but man, I don't know. It's just not. It's not feasible for us.
Would you say that a lot of those people have to work with the same customers that they know have the specific loads?
Yeah, a lot of times
because a lot of our loads are the hazmat tanker loads that are 40 to 43,000 pounds. We wouldn't be able to haul those, and I don't like to haul those, but they usually, if they pay well enough, we can usually offset the extra cost of fuel, and then that gets us out of an area that we wouldn't be able to get out of otherwise. So
yeah. So you kind of have to know the freight that you're hauling when you have a truck like that. A lot of those guys have been doing it for a long time and have specialty freight or consistent freight that they run.
I always loved the idea, but I think the reality right now would not be fun.
Do like JT does, docks the bad shippers and receivers. Yeah, except for the fact that the big difference is JT doesn't have somebody that's entered into a business agreement with a contract. So we can't just go bad-mouthing shippers and receivers with no consequences.
Yeah, we have our own personal list. Even though I don't think it's much of a list. No, we have our agents that we don't want to work with.
Yeah, we do. But
that's not saying that if they came to us with the right load, we wouldn't work with them, but we prefer not to work with certain people. But I wouldn't say that there's been any shippers or receivers really that.
Yeah, Just Trucking's in a different situation since he has his own authority. There's really not much that they can do.
The other thing, though, from my limited knowledge of the bad times that he's had at places, a lot of the bad times that he has are at places that we already don't want to go.
Yeah, you get jammed up a lot of times when you're just chasing those rates. Like the other guy that was doing the cabinet loads, like we got jammed up on a cabinet load because rate was good.
Yeah.
But you end up in a lot of these places that you don't want to be, like big box retailer, food service, stuff like that.
And that's when you're trying to stay in a particular area and you're trying to get those higher rates and stuff, and you just set all those parameters on your loads, and you end up taking customers that aren't going to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. And that's no fault of his, and I admire him for having the backbone and and I don't want to say the balls, but to stand up for what's right in those situations. That it's admirable. But a lot of those kinds of customers that we know are just going to waste our time and mistreat us, we just avoid them.
Yeah, because if you look back at his videos, let's see, it was Walgreens, so that's big box retailer. It was Dick's Sporting Goods, big box retailer. It was some grocery store, I think. Publix.
I was going to say, we avoid Publix.
So
we try to avoid Target.
So all the places that he's really gotten jammed up are all big box retailers, which we don't take. We don't do food service. We don't do big box retailer unless we need to. And then we go in with the understanding that our time's going to be wasted and we're probably not going to get detention. Oh man, 2.5 hours. Yeah, we're gonna. If you guys want to get the last questions or statements in, we're going to probably wrap this up soon. I appreciate everyone that joined and stayed in with us. Definitely got to give a big shout out to Sozo. That man's always helping us out somewhere, somehow. Yeah, I-10 isn't fun either. Yeah, we're about to take I-10 all the way to New Orleans.
Almost $1 million.
Yep.
Hate it here.
I don't know. I don't really follow JJ the Trucker. I didn't really follow him when he was at Prime. I watched a few of his videos when he was not having a good time at Landstar, but I mean, most of the stuff was just growing pains. I think he's still at Landstar. I'm not 100% sure, but 294 through Chicago is so fun. Yeah, but half the time you can't even get up to a speed that would even.
The upside of going through Chicago in the middle of the night, no traffic. The downside of going through Chicago
you hit
in
all
the night,
the speed bumps or all the
no traffic.
potholes. Do like JT and Harley work. Yeah. And then I could cry about the rates while I take my Hellcat over to my second house.
Yeah, we could hardly work if we had a house to
go
back to every day too.
I mean, nobody can knock the man. I mean, he's living a comfortable life, and more power to him. He's got a cool truck. He's got a bunch of cool cars. Got some cool projects. So, but I don't think that that's a good example to set for people to kind of model their business after. But seems like a good guy, good family guy. He's got some cool cars. I like his taste. I wanted that Trans Am. '95 through Connecticut is the worst. I hate traveling through Jersey and up. Yeah, if you're on 95, pretty much anywhere above, like, coming out of Richmond,
yeah,
Virginia, and north, terrible. especially the section that goes to New York. Blech. Terrible. I'm not going to repeat that. Yeah, like Sozo put, if you guys aren't already in our Discord, join in. We're pretty active in there. Have a lot of conversations. Yeah, we do have the t-shirts that we just dropped. Awesome logo designed by Sozo himself. He will be the one that's packaging the shirt and sending it to you. Yeah, $25 ship for the shirt. We have all the sizes in stock? Sozo. I'm pretty sure we have all the sizes in stock, and if you need a larger shirt, you can let us know, and we can custom order it.
We will be getting a restock next week or the following week as well. Did we end up just ordering any larger sizes, or are they all going to people who already ordered them? Like, are we going to have any?
We're going to have 2
3 and 4?
Yeah, we're going to have 2 or 3 of
each?
3X and 4X. So.
Okay. Yeah.
It sucks because I wanted to go through Landstar, but they said I can't bring my lease purchase to Prime. They already have $10K in this truck, so I guess I'm stuck till the lease is done. How long do you have on the lease? Because I can almost guarantee you if you can find another truck, you'll make that $10K back easy in the time that it would take you to finish that lease.
Still got a bunch of extra larges.
Help me understand why a forum was called Discord. It's not really a forum. It's more like Instant Messenger with channels. You have 2 years left. Yeah. I mean, you can always get outside financing and get your current truck paid off, and then you can take it wherever you want. Or, like I said, if you want to abandon that, if you're on the Discord, hit us up. I can get you in touch with the people that we got our truck from. There's a bunch of options. You'll make that $10K back easy. We walked away from
3.
Yeah, we walked away from 3 trucks at Prime. Lost a decent amount of money, so don't be afraid to walk away from some money. Don't chase after bad money, you know.
What was it? Sunk.
Oh yeah, the sunken cost fallacy.
Yeah.
Look that up, and then you'll understand where I'm coming from. A lot of people get trapped in that, but I can promise you, if you want, I can make you a string of loads that will show you what your earning potential would be at Landstar and how fast you'd make up that $10K. I would say easily 2 months. You could make more than what you're making at Prime now. Enough, $10K over what you're making now. Easy.
Maybe there is a train behind us.
How much home time do you spend? How much home time do you spend out on the road, and how much time do you spend at home? It really depends. Like right now we have a wedding to go to, so we're going to stay out for another couple weeks. We try to stay out for like a month, and then we take a week off.
Summertime has been busy with just having to get back home for different events, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into the cost of hoodies,
no.
man. We're just getting just getting the shirts set up, and it's a lot.
That would have to be a pre-order situation.
Yo, Nevada Trucking and Trails, what's up, good, man? Yo, you need to get on a live with us, or I need to get on a live with you guys sometime. I think that would be a fun time. Like the video about coin unloads. Yeah. I'm really glad a lot of people like that. It was a spur of the moment type thing, and I thought it was a good content. I'm glad people are liking it. Especially the ridiculousness where the guy's like, This one got moved until Tuesday. Can you still pick it up? Like, no, 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 I
Thursday
can't.
yeah, it was Thursday that we were calling.
Yeah. Do you know anybody that could? Like, nah, man, I'm not doing your job. Get out of here. Discord means disagreement, not meeting of minds. Hey, man, we didn't name the stuff. It's just a social media platform. Supposedly, Prime got rid of their buyout in the contracts. I'm giving a buddy a few months. He's buying another trailer. He runs free from the spot market. If that falls through, I'm trying what you said. Yeah, but it's not about what they've changed it to. It's about when you signed your contract. If you have a schedule, Schedule C written into your contract, you can buy that truck anytime. You're in a legally binding contract. They can't
just randomly
they
change
can't
it.
take that back. I mean, someone pointed out hoodies. Yeah, come spend some hoodie money, man. Let's see how the shirts sell first before we. I'm sure hoodies would be double the price to buy.
At least.
Prime can act a bit shady after declining loads. I have them saying no. Yeah, and that was our issue with Prime. Is like you're not forced dispatch, but you get punished indirectly or not. Not verbally punished, but you get punished for.
Yeah. Well, and then like the load choice program that was supposed to be the solution to all of our problems. So many times we would go on there and they would have no loads or one load out of an area, so it didn't do us any good. And then because they're like, well, after so many times, then we'll get your fleet manager involved. So we're just like running around in circles, but the fleet managers can't be there 24/7. So if you like your fleet manager, but you don't like the people that work after hours, well, you're out of luck then. So what are you just constantly waiting for your fleet manager to be back in? It's just not. It's not a good setup for you to like. I don't know. You either do what they want you to do, or you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. So while we were following what they wanted us to do, everything was great. Once we started deviating off the path, they let it. They let that big Prime hammer down on us, and you can't fight a big company like that for so long. Yeah, you're talking 7 to 8K to push across coast to coast. You're lucky to see 5K on the dot. Yeah, so that's the thing with the Landstar is like when you guys were posting about some of the lows that you were taking and like those rates were fantastic when the market was on fire. Like we don't quite see that high, but when dat board is low, we're still getting pretty decent rates. Even if you take out the split, for the Landstar, we're still making decent money on some of these loads. The rates are hanging tight, but I mean that's the risk versus reward type stuff, right? You guys get those crazy insane rates, but you're also doing the full team stuff as well. Like we see that on there, and the rates are fantastic. They even have like dedicated runs for like Google where they burn you like 6,500 miles guaranteed a week, or that's what they pay you on regardless. Like they have the miles for you and you get paid a ton, but it's just it's not what we want to do. Also, how's the truck? Everything been good? I remember you guys had some issues. That front seal that you got repaired a while back. Have you had anything else happen on the Cummins or on the truck itself? Yeah, Schedule C. Yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, it got really bad too because like they would accommodate the way that we wanted to run for a while, and then eventually it would just, when it wasn't what they had a load that sales wanted ran so bad, and then they would basically like strong arm us into taking it, but I'm stubborn, so you're not making me take anything. So we would get in this long 5-hour ordeal, and then they would just take us off the load and just leave us hanging. So 10 count. What's good, man? Beaver Falls, Wisconsin. Woo! Wedding pic looked great. Yeah, man, I clean up every once in a while, right? Bought the suit, might as well wear it. We're gonna have another one coming up in about a month, half a month. Yeah.
Beginning of September, Labor Day weekend.
I just started dispatching myself, so I'm learning a lot, but it is so much more enjoyable. You guys had a dispatcher beforehand?
We did talk about that.
Yeah, maybe you did. I don't know, man. I have so many channels that I keep up with.
But apparently life's different when you're not in a mega carrier with a dispatcher.
That's very true.
With a giant sales department that's just strong-arming all their drivers. I might want to chill about the prep stuff.
If it's not fleet manager or that one guy at night is real pain. Yeah, man. Right. We've had our struggles with those people.
Yeah.
I was in Prime before. I am now with Panther. I'm dying to have a one-on-one with you guys. Love the channel. Yeah, man. You can catch up with us on Discord. That's probably the easiest way to catch up if you ever want to reach out to us. So Panther, are you doing straight truck or are you doing their truck and trailer? Because I know they do both. Yeah, I agree. Aside from their like long trainer and trainee phase where you team drive, I think it was a great start for us. They paid for everything. Their facilities are fantastic. So I am just asking about polish the tanks and rims. I don't really polish the tanks because they're covered by the side cladding, like the fairings. I do polish the wheels, but right now, until we get that bumper replaced from the damage from hitting the deer, I just don't care about keeping the wheels shiny. But yeah, truck is excellent after gear housing, just minor things. Yeah, I know you guys put a ton more miles on that truck, so you've definitely put it through the paces. Yeah, company dispatchers. Okay. So is that something that you guys push for, or was that an option? And also, you guys do drive-in, right? Am I going crazy? Or because it's like one of the videos when you went to was it Staten Island or the Bronx, somewhere where we didn't want to go, and I was watching your videos. I could have sworn you went to a meat plant, so that would lead me to believe reefer, but I don't recall ever actually seeing. You do a lot of like in the truck videos. I don't recall seeing the trailer enough. Maybe I just didn't pay enough attention. I don't hear bad things about Warner as far as drivers. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's good and bad everywhere. I thought you grew your hair. Nah, man, I shave it bald every other day. It's gone. Arguments with fleet managers, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's why we had to change up our fleet manager.
Yeah.
But then the one that Johnson's Logic had is who we tried next, but he turned out to be even worse. Yeah. We caught him manipulating our time to like
went downhill real
punish
quick.
us. So yeah, they yeah,
games.
We could have a whole entire discussion about the games.
This whole live is devolving into a whole thing, which would be.
I'm not a Marine, sir. Yeah, it's definitely oorah. Oh, this guy.
Just makes me think of the shark bait. I watched Finding Nemo way too much.
Oh, it was dry food. It's all dry man. Okay, yeah. Okay.
They are dry man?
Yeah.
So, I wonder.
That's awesome. You're the only driver. You're at a relatively small company, if I remember correctly. How many drivers? I can't remember.
So what were they taking into the meat plant?
Dry. Yeah, dry food. It must have been the pet food place.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking about the time that we went to the meatpacking plant, but we were taking the chemicals to them, so it was a totally different experience. Remember, the iodine or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we went to one of those meat plants that we had been when we were reefer carrying iodine or no, it was peroxide.
Peroxide, yeah.
Yeah, it's what they clean those tankers and they clean up the blood with.
Yeah. Was the iodine? Was that the
Our Pete's
the
good now.
thing?
That was for the cow
That was
udders.
for the cow udders, yeah.
We had the fan stay on and didn't turn off, and then they did a warranty wire wiggle and then tried to charge us.
Warranty wire wiggle.
You know. Would y'all do car hauling for reliable carriers? I don't know, man.
The specialty car hauling always sounded cool, but
I don't know anything about that side of the industry, man. I don't know if that would be a good move. I don't know if that's really a team environment. I don't know anything about it. Me personally, man, I'm 6'5" and I'm a big guy. I don't need to be climbing in and out of these cars. So it would be Liz loading them up by herself pretty much and like me strapping them down.
Darn.
I can't fit in a lot of cars even that I want to buy, so
that would be terrible. I wonder how the drivers that drive for the race teams, how they get those jobs. I mean, that's definitely not, that wouldn't strike me. Maybe that would be a team job sometimes, but they got to get them there real quick. But if any race teams want to hire us, hit us up.
Yeah.
I will haul your cars around.
Yeah, I know you guys have been there for a while, and you have a crazy cool deal going on with that truck. That's awesome. But I've only stayed with Prime this long because they're flexible. Yeah, dude, we all have our reasons of why we stayed at Prime for like 2.5 years. Probably a year and a half of that we weren't completely happy, but we were complacent, and it was good enough that we didn't need to look for something different, but just enough jabs to keep us upset for a while.
It was a year of headache.
Let's see. Some of them do, not all of them, but yeah, they have reliable. They have the house moving stuff, and they have the cars, and both of them are light enough that you can have a giant sleeper. Oh, 50 trucks. Oh, okay, dang, it's bigger than I
that's
remembered.
Yeah, they've probably grown.
Especially car hauling before coming to Prime, not recommended. Who did you haul for? I didn't know this. Why isn't this a story on 10 Count Stories? Oh yeah, you bought a nice house too, man. Congrats on that. Looked awesome. I'm the opposite. I'm 5'6", damn giant. How tall are you?
5'2.5".
Okay.
5'3", 5'2". I don't know. Everybody says it's different.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And shrinking.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't. There's a lot of cars I can't get into. Just pick up self-driving Teslas. I don't think that's how that works. That'd be cool, but it's been about 5 years for me. Sozo, if you're still on, can you drop the Discord link one more time? Yeah, man. They got the living the life. Got that beautiful truck. Got that awesome house. What are you laughing at? Oh. Yeah, wasn't there some boat content too? Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up before it hits 3-hour mark.
We almost made it. Like, is that close enough? Call Me Rooster joined. I don't forget what his name was on there. It was something Rooster.
Yeah, Rooster Trucking.
Yeah. I think that'd be a while back.
Road Rooster.
Yeah,
Transport.
Road Rooster
Yeah.
Transport. That's what it was.
Yeah, Nevada. I'll hit you up. Maybe we can coordinate a live, or maybe just do a pre-recorded interview or something. I think that would be cool.
Oh, Zach beat me.
Everyone's joining the Discord now.
Yeah.
Tesla truck will be my next truck. Yeah, man. I would. I don't know. I'd give it a shot if it worked out. I'm not afraid of technology.
Tesla solar power.
Ooh, yeah, fading.
Yeah, I think it's time.
Yeah.
It's one way to kill 3 hours.
Oh yeah, I also got to give you an update on what we were emailing back and forth. A certain company. Got to give you some update on that.
Yikes!
It went off the rails. Completely off the rails.
I think it was good.
Yeah, and now it's not.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, does it bother you finding parking for evening? No, because we don't do evening or night deliveries anymore.
If we do, if we're going to be driving later into the evening, we usually find a reserved spot somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't do big box retailers or food service, so the drive-in that we do is Monday through Friday, 7
Bankers
till
hours.
6 p.m. So we don't really have to do that anymore. Yeah, you're right. You just have to be tall so you can reach the stuff on the top, and then you got to be funny so they're laughing and their eyes are closed and they can't see you. Makes a great team. All right, we're gonna end it here. I loved the live, loved everyone jumping in and chatting with us and stuff.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun, and it went on for 3 hours, so we're gonna have to end it.
Yeah, we'll do it live for an hour or so. 3 hours later. Everybody join Discord.
Did he say who he worked for?
Who?
What company did he work for?
Oh, yeah.
Did I miss it?
I don't know.
No, probably not.
I don't think he said.
Oh, well. All right, guys.
No belt allowed. Yeah. It's true. Man, I had to be careful with not scratching customers' cars, and they weren't even expensive.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll have another video in a few days. Bye.
Hey.